road closures. What am I thinking? We have a few school delays to let you know about. And the only bed that I could pull up in time was this one. So here we go. Brookfield Central School's on a 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES or pre-K. Cherry Valley Springfield Central School, 2-hour delay. Breakfast will be served,
Are you playing the Olympic bed?
Yes, it is. The Winter
All right.
Olympic bed.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
We got Cooperstown on a 2-hour delay. Dalgeville, 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES. Edmiston on a 2-hour delay. Holland Patton and Lawrence Central School, 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES. Little Falls, a lot of these came in late last night as the Bills game was wrapping up. Little Falls on a 2-hour delay, no AM BOCES or pre-K. Milford, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Morris Central School, Notre Dame Schools, all on a 2-hour delay. OESJ Central Schools, 2-hour delay, no AM BOCES. Richfield Springs, 2-hour delay, no AM BOCES or pre-K. Chenevis, Stamford, Utica Academy of Science and Utica Schools on a 2-hour delay. Waterville Central School on a 2-hour delay. Webb Union Free School District on a 2-hour delay. Waterville has no AM BOCES. Good morning, Mr. Keeler.
Well, the Valley, Herkimer County, and Otsego County are both in the midst of a winter storm warning, and they're looking at 4 to 8 inches of snow, whereas Oneida County has this winter weather advisory, 1 to 5 inches, and I wouldn't say there's even an inch of snow out there right now.
No, it's still almost a mix of snow and rain, but I think where you're going to have some issues is because it's the two blending together, roads might be a little more slick.
Roads are really good right now. However, they weren't a little earlier. They're along the arterial. If you're coming on the arterial and you're northbound, would that be considered northbound?
Yes.
So you're going from the Yanendosas to the city of Utica on the arterial. There is a bucket truck that was getting off. It looks like it was getting off French Road, and it tried to make the turn and couldn't negotiate the turn and went right off in the at the ramp there.
Yeah,
so
the area there.
There are police there. There's a bit of a delay. You can get through, but it goes to one lane. So be aware of that. And of course, as you get to the east, it's going to be a little bit worse. I'm told the driver of the bucket truck was crying, screaming, yelling. I don't know why, but Patrick Mahomes was actually driving the bucket truck this morning.
Wah, wah. I mean,
What
he was carrying on
Can I
like
just
a
say,
child.
First of all, normally, Davey, I'll bring you into this too. Normally, the Bills lose that game. This is a game that the Bills lose. This is a game where the calls go against the Bills.
Yeah.
And as it turned out, I think the calls were absolutely correct. In fact, the offsides was blatant. You're going to get called on that every single time. In fact, the flag was thrown before they ever did the lateral, before they ever did before Kelsey ever caught the ball. The flag was thrown. So I just what a spoiled brat is what he looked like.
And the way he carried on, okay, and you know, again, there's always this thing about, well, there's kids watching and things like that. He's supposed to be some good role model. The way he carried on, and they showed it on the TV. They showed every second of it.
It was terrible.
He was carrying on like a little child. I know that he was, kind of complaining about the fact that he got hit as he threw, but it wasn't a late hit. You got hit as you threw.
Correct.
He was putting pressure on you, and actually, it was the hit that
It wasn't even that much of a hit. It led to they say it was complete. I didn't think that was completed. I thought that was an incomplete pass. But okay, they made it complete. There was a fumble, and Kelsey recovered the ball there. Is that the one he's complaining about, or was it afterwards?
This is at the end of the game.
The last play.
Yeah, the last play.
Yeah, I don't know. I was too happy celebrating the fact that they had gotten beat.
Yeah, I was. I always obviously if they're not playing Green Bay, I'm always pulling for the Bills, and I was especially pulling for them this week because I really have zero respect for that team. I think, for a team that complains about not getting calls, the refs played a huge role in not only their AFC championship win last year, but you could argue, and Eagles fans could argue, they got a little help in the Super Bowl last year from the officials.
I just think that that Mahomes is so used to getting every call. He's the new Tom Brady. He's been the chosen one, right? And this year he's having a little bit of a struggling year.
Mm-hmm. And he's being a baby.
Things aren't going his way. And by the way, Josh Allen outplayed him all game long.
How about
yesterday? Not even a comparison.
How about the throw from Allen? I forget who the receiver was.
He
was being tackled out of bounds.
That was unbelievable. He made and Romo pointed this out, a flat-footed pass that was just spot on and really threading a needle. It was, he looked good. It was a great performance. The Bills now are still in the playoff hunt. But let me tell you something. That display by Mahomes was just embarrassing, especially when you wake up today and all the outlets, including ESPN, are laying it right out. So here's where he's complaining. This is the play. Here's the video.
Yeah.
Clearly it was a penalty. Clearly this wasn't a penalty. And it lays it all right out and then shows pictures of him and video of him just going off like a baby.
You know what? If I was the ref at that point, and again, I'm not saying that the refs have been great this year because they've been far from that. But I think they called a pretty good game.
Listen, there were no calls that I thought should have been called that would have benefited Buffalo through that game. So it goes both ways. But that call at the end was an offsides. It's going to be called every single time.
And
it shouldn't have happened. It didn't have to happen. It happened in that Cleveland game too. That was unbelievable. That game that probably was going the other way, and the guy lines up offsides. Or he jumped offsides. Actually, it was the defense that jumped offsides. But in this case, whatever. A couple of quick comments, and I'll let you go. Mike says, "You know what I want for Christmas? A Mahomes doll. It cries every time it sees anybody in a striped shirt." Here's another one. "I wonder if Jake from State Farm can help Patrick fill out his insurance claim for his homeowner's loss. Oops, wait, that was a home field loss." And when you're when you're a true Buffalo fan, you know how to handle losses. We are well practiced, and that's all good stuff.
You know what I was just trying to get to was the way he was screaming at the refs from the sidelines. I don't care that there was 2 seconds left in the game. I would have thrown him right out.
What did he think that they were going to?
Oh, you're right, Patrick.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Come out. You come back on the field. We're going to change
it was a late
everything.
hit. You're right. It was a personal foul, roughing the passer.
You got beat, and it shouldn't have had to. If you're that good, it shouldn't have come down to that last play.
Yeah. And
that last play was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The way that it was Kelsey, I think, that tossed the ball and
lateraled it.
That stuff normally doesn't work, but it was perfect, and they needed it, right? Because otherwise, chances are you're kicking the field goal.
Yeah, and it would have been a really tough uphill climb for Buffalo with not a lot of time left to try to come back and have to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Had it stood, but Tony was clearly lined up in the neutral zone, and that was the ball.
All right,
game.
Davey, your take on all of it?
Impressive.
Yeah, it was a big important win for Buffalo.
I was very happy, but the only thing I was a little mad about is that how come they kept on they left the Jaguars and Browns game on, and we got 5 minutes left.
I know. That went on forever.
Oh,
there was
who cares?
There was like 7 minutes of the game passed by the time we actually got to see it.
Isn't the rule like at 4:25 you're supposed to switch over to the next game?
Apparently
and they
not.
Scored in that time. Buffalo scored early, didn't they?
Yeah,
they
Buffalo,
got off to an early
Buffalo was up.
Interception and
Buffalo
ran down and
was up 7-0 when we finally joined that game. So, all right, let's see.
Tough one ahead next week, though.
Dallas Cowboys going to be a tough game.
4:25. It's a national game on Fox.
It is not a must-win, but it's a must-win.
Yeah, I hate to say it because I really detest the Cowboys, but they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Well, look what they did to the Eagles. So. All right, and then over the weekend, Comets had a great weekend. Syracuse looked really good against Georgetown. I was very impressed with this team, and Judah Mintz could be a real star for the Syracuse team.
Judah Mintz.
Yeah.
And I might say, Davey, I was absolutely wrong. I thought Syracuse was going to get walloped on Saturday.
You said with our discussion with Scott, I think Syracuse is going to get walloped, and Scott said, "You really think Georgetown is going to beat them?" Bill?
Yeah, he called for the win, and that was good. All right, today you realize that we are 2 weeks away from our Christmas show. It is a week from this Friday, 6 a.m. until 12 noon. Brought to you by the Stanley Theater.
A week from this Friday?
A week from this Friday. Brought to you by the Hello people.
Oh, God.
Brought to you by the Stanley Theater, and it's a Utica thing. Kitchen and bar. If you haven't been there, check it out. We didn't get around to selling the two electric vehicles for kids that we have here. We will do that today. It will happen today. Bidding right now on the Utica Mac. What would you call it? It's a kind of like a 4x4 type.
Yeah, it's an electric truck.
Well, yeah, it's electric and it's for kids. $500 from Hobica is the leading bid, and then from Clinton Tractor in the United County Sheriff's Office, Dana Olney has the leading bid on that. It's New Holland. It's $425. Your kid could be doing work in the backyard as you're doing it this spring.
Yeah, it's got a trailer on the thing.
It's got a dumps and
Haul
everything.
a load.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, this weather, let's talk about it just a little bit. We're really not getting much here in Oneida County, but they're getting more in Herkimer County and in Otsego County, where it is a winter storm warning. So to the east, it's a winter storm. As you travel to Oneida County, Onondaga, and in Madison County, it is a winter weather advisory, 1 to 5 inches. Now, they say it's going to continue until around 7 o'clock, but I don't know. We got a lot of rain yesterday, though, right? There was a lot of rain out there.
Yeah, it was a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. It was coming down pretty good and nonstop.
When isn't the weather annoying? That's just
I'll tell you,
when
the rare time in June and July, maybe the first part of August when it's sunny and hot.
So
about it.
Let's see. I have as if the Utica School District situation is over. It's not, right? You have Karam coming back to court in January. Lou Lapola's been offered a plea deal. He's back in court in January, and we received a new letter over the weekend that is pictures of what seem like, this is what it seems like, another board member having stamped and addressed envelopes, like vote for me envelopes, and it's explained that it is coming from inside the school district. So you know that whole situation, Stampgate, where they say that Karam had his chosen board members, and they would send out, and employees of the district would have to stamp them, address them, put them in the envelopes, and mail them out. We're sent pictures that look like it's from within the school district. I'm not going to announce which board member it is yet until I can authenticate the paperwork we have. But these are photos that we are told, are from inside the school district.
So this is photography of school employees helping another board member.
We don't actually see the employees, but it's clearly looks like it's
Their
inside.
materials.
That there's no way that there should be, like, let's say I'm board member Bobby Kahn, and Bobby Kahn's mailers should never be in the school district in a school building.
Got it.
Right? Mm-hmm. Let alone being stamped and placed in the envelope. You don't see any employees there, but we're told that there were employees that actually had to fill those envelopes and address them.
Wow.
So, maybe this whole thing isn't over.
I don't care how that school budget's coming along. I want this done now.
We have a bunch of stuff to get into today. Hopefully, we're going to sell these two electric vehicles for kids. We have reached that time where the toys start being delivered through Toys for Tots. Our any contributions that come in go to the Marines and Toys for Tots. So we'll get to that here this morning. Hobica's free money question of the day. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures from over the weekend of the Israel-Hamas war, and it's just they're terrible photos to see. But it continues on. We'll get an update coming up in a few minutes from Jonathan Savage. Last night, if you were watching the Bills game, Tony Romo, I almost think he did this on purpose, but he said that Taylor Swift is the wife of Travis Kelce. Here's audio.
Oh, what a play to Kelce. As you see, Kelsey's wife, Taylor Swift, in the audience, or I'm sorry, girlfriend.
Not yet.
What?
You don't know something we don't know, do you?
I almost think I almost feel like he did that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was another sickening aspect of that game is every time he had a completion, they'd go up to Taylor Swift, who was hugging a different guy.
Yeah, I don't know who the guy she was hugging.
There was like two different guys she was hugging.
Yeah. Either way, listen. It for the first time, my wife sat down and watched a game. Why? She wanted to see Taylor Swift and how she was responding at the game.
Well,
I'm
she's a
just
little
saying.
disappointed the last 2 weeks.
I am just saying. It is what it is.
Sorry, Tay-Tay.
Let's see. What else did we get to? There's a big story on Fox News Digital on Sarah Ann Wood.
Interesting, yeah.
And the latest news that they have on the continuation of trying to figure out where her remains are, and the implication in the story is that that Louis Lent Jr. is just basically playing with authorities, not willing to give up the exact location. And they spoke with the DA in Herkimer County and really dug into the whole story in November. There was a time in Vermont, and I know we covered this story, but it happened in Vermont where he basically led them on a wild goose chase. Authorities were out searching with dogs and equipment. There were dozens and dozens of police officers searching an area that they believed might be where Louis Lent Jr. Buried her body, and there was nothing found. The thought is that he's just playing with authorities. You know, he's in his 70s now.
Yeah, well, I hope that he,
rots in hell?
Yeah,
that would be.
Well, that's the thing. You know, that's where I think torture should be allowed to happen. In situations.
I'm not
like
sure
this.
how much we gain out of that, but maybe you're right.
Well, just until he talks. Waterboard him.
Ryan O'Neal died over the weekend on Friday. He was 82. His breakout movie role was in the 70s. Love Story. Here's a scene where Ryan is talking about the good and bad side of instant fame when the movie became a big hit.
Hey, what makes you so sure I went to prep school?
You look stupid and rich.
Actually, I'm smart and poor. Hey, if you're so convinced I'm a loser, why did you bulldoze me into buying you coffee?
I like your body.
All this success piled on. I had a wife and children. That was one of the challenges. If you wanted to see me, I was at Studio 54. And a little arrogant, I must say. And I wanted to be free. I wanted to roam the world.
Yeah, okay. That's he's passed away at the age of 82. Let me break for a second. Roads in some spots are slick this morning. Other areas, at least my trip in, not bad at all. Although there is an accident on the arterial right over near Home Depot in that area. As you get off the French Road exit, it looks like a bucket truck was unable to negotiate the turn and went off the side of the road. That'll slow you down a bit this morning. We'll go over the delays and updates we have on that for this morning coming right up. It's 6:42 at WIBX.
Investing involves risk, including possible loss of principal. Income may be subject to state, local, or alternative minimum tax. Did you know that municipal bonds are a way for investors to support civil projects while earning federally tax-free income? The Erie Canal, which led to the expansion of the United States into the Midwest in the 1800s, was financed with municipal bonds. Are you looking to bridge the gap between the income of your working years and the income needed in retirement? Municipal bonds might provide the solution you're looking for. Henyon & Walsh is a leading specialist in tax-free municipal bonds and has provided investors with quality service and personal attention since 1990. Call now to receive their informative bond guide absolutely free. Dial 1-800-761-9761 to learn how to earn retirement income while keeping your taxes at bay. Just dial 1-800-761-9761 for a copy of their informative bond guide for free. No cost, no obligation. 1-800-761-9761. Henyon & Walsh Inc., member of FINRA and SIPC.
This holiday season, make your spirits bright with Steed Ponte Chevrolet. Cruise through snow-covered roads in style and comfort with these incredible deals. Find new roads in the 2024 Equinox LS all-wheel drive Midnight Edition. Lease for just $379 a month. Looking for power and capability? The 2024 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT four-wheel drive can be yours for only $499 a month. Hurry, these offers won't last. Stock numbers 24117 for the Equinox LS and 24182 for the Silverado LT. Taxes, fees, and first payment due on delivery. Must have current lease in household and qualify for top-tier credit with GM Financial. Let Steed Ponte Chevrolet, your family-owned and operated dealership, help you celebrate the season. Visit us before December 31st, 2023. Make this holiday one to remember and see why it's always easy to do business at Steed Ponte Chevrolet. Route 28 in Herkimer or online at SteedPonteChevy.com. Happy holidays and happy driving from your friends at Steed Ponte Chevrolet.
Are you ready to smell better naked? I'm Dr. Shannon Klingman, the OBGYN creator of Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, and beyond. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it, but wish you didn't. Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And who doesn't want zero body odor? With over 200,000 5-star reviews, I'm so sure you're going to love it, or you can return it for free.
There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 800 and get an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack that comes with a solid stick, cream tube, free product of your choice, and ships free with code 800. LumeDeodorant.com, code 800 for an extra $5 off a Lumi starter pack. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 800.
Why get an updated COVID vaccine? If you're 65 or older, a COVID vaccine can keep you out of the hospital. And if you have heart disease, a COVID vaccine can help you stay healthy. With COPD or other lung diseases, getting a COVID vaccine can keep you off a ventilator. Anyone can get severely ill from COVID. But some people are more at risk. Know your risk and make sure you're up to date on your COVID vaccine. A message from the New York State Health Department.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
518-554-0000. 100 Great Oaks Boulevard, Suite 110, Albany, New York, 12203. Online at CordellCordell.com.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
I wouldn't worry about it, Andrew. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't get nervous. Everything will be just fine.
Okay.
And now here's Andrew Dominio with the delays and closures as we have them this morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Want to let you know that the following schools are on a 2-hour delay: Charlotte Valley, Cooperstown, Edmiston, Milford, Mohawk Valley Christian Academy, Morris Central School, Notre Dame Schools, Skenevis, Stamford, Utica Academy of Science.
These are all schools that are not in our listening area.
Well, just in case you know somebody there.
Okay. All right.
You can tell them.
You want to
I'm going down the list, darn
Send them smoke signals. Feel free.
Utica City Schools, Webb Union Free School District, all on a 2-hour delay. Also, Brookfield, 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES or pre-K. Cherry Valley, 2-hour delay. Breakfast will be served, in case you want to let somebody know there. Dolgeville, 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES. The same for Holland Patton as well. Little Falls, 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES or pre-K. Same with Richfield Springs. OESJ schools on a 2-hour delay with no AM BOCES, and same for Waterville.
Okay, and this has not been the big storm I think everybody thought it was going to be, although 5 to 8 inches, I think, is what they're calling for, and it is a winter storm warning in Herkimer County down in the valley, where you see a few more of the delays. If you're watching any of the news over the weekend with the war, the Israeli-Hamas war, the visuals continue to come out of there that just look horrific. And Jonathan Savage with Fox News Radio on right now to give us an update here this morning. Good morning. What do we know to start the week off?
Yeah, good morning. Let's start with a message from the Israeli Prime Minister on television there last night, Benjamin Netanyahu, claiming that dozens of Hamas members have surrendered to the Israeli armed forces, laying down their weapons. In this message, he called for others to do the same. He said it was the beginning of the end for Hamas, but he did add this war will take more time. Also in the Israeli media on that subject, there are reports that officials believe there will be intense operations until early February.
Yeah, I mean, the mission is to remove Hamas basically from the face of the earth, right?
It is the goals of this war to prevent Hamas from attacking Israel, to prevent Israel being threatened from Gaza, and also to return the hostages, as many as possible alive, that were taken by Hamas on October 7th. On the subject of those hostages, Israel says Hamas still has 117 alive, and the remains of 20 people who either died during the initial attack or in captivity since then. Hamas, though, has in the last 24 hours issued a threat to Israel that not a single hostage will be allowed to leave Gaza alive unless its demands for a prisoner exchange are met.
It did seem like there was some movement on the hostages late last night, but that certainly means the only way that would happen is with a prisoner swap, and the deal is really in Hamas's favor, it seems. With that prisoner swap.
After a week of truce, it was Israel who said that Hamas had broken the terms, which meant that there could be no more exchanges of Palestinian prisoners for Israeli hostages. And since then, we've had more than a week of fighting. At the time, the exchange was roughly 3 prisoners for 1 hostage. That was the equation that was thrashed out in these deals, mediated mainly by Qatar, with assistance from the United States and Egypt. Qatar says that it is continuing efforts to try to mediate a ceasefire and get more hostages free, but it does say it's not seeing the same willingness to negotiate as before.
All right. Jonathan Savage, Fox News Radio, thank you for the update.
Thank you.
All right. Just horrific pictures as you see them, pictures and video coming out of the Gaza Strip. John in Bridgewater. By the way, Rob saying no snow in the valley. It's no different than it is up here. You get a little bit. There's just a little bit, and there may be some slippery conditions, especially in the higher elevations where you'll see a little more snow. I'm sure the same holds true here, but for the most part, this is not a major event by any means. John in Bridgewater. Good morning.
Hey, Bill. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What? Davey said you wanted to talk to me, I guess.
Oh,
well, John, we had seen you were trying to call in and that the phone lines were down.
Yeah, I didn't know if your phone lines were down. I dialed it, rang once, and then I got disconnected.
So you were dialing to test it out?
He's a tester. John's a tester.
Well, no, I wanted to talk to Davey about that WWE wrestling or whatever it was at the Nexus Center.
Did you were there Saturday night?
Sold
right?
out crowd, right?
It was. I didn't go, but my son went, and one of the gentlemen that he went and brought his son. His son bought that special edition 30-karat gold belt.
Oh.
Did you see it?
No.
It's the Yankees, $500 and something for this. It's like you ever see the wrestlers where they put the belt over their shoulder?
Yeah.
Well, this is the special edition Yankee 30-karat gold.
And they sold it at the Odd?
It was at the Nexus Center. He bought it for whatever, 500.
Wow.
And then there's a wrestler that wears the special mask. He also bought that for $100. So he walked out of there spending like over $600.
Wow, so cash is flowing these days. That's a good thing, right? I mean, it's good for the economy, John.
Yeah.
Billy said this place was packed.
Yeah, Davey, what'd you think?
It was an awesome night.
All right.
I gotta just,
was there a big upset with who won? No upset.
No.
Almost scripted, isn't it? It's almost.
And I'm not trying to say this in an insulting way. Can somebody explain to me the thrill of it?
Yeah, Davey can. Explain it, Davey.
I
know a lot of people that are big into it.
You two know I'm big into it, and
You're
everybody
very
that listens
big,
to
yeah.
the show knows I'm big into
You're
wrestling.
big, yeah,
Bill,
big into
back
it.
in the day, my stepdad took me to the auditorium.
Yeah.
We sit in the front row. We had Ivan Putski.
The
Chief
Polish
J.
Prince.
Strongbow, the guy with the green tongue. Now,
George
them were
the Animal
wrestlers
Steel.
back then.
Yeah, Davey knows all those old guys, too.
I probably saw Davey at the odd, and I wouldn't even know it, I bet.
So it's funny because my grandmother, because remember,
She's a big wrestling
it used to just come on regular television.
I watched it.
Right, and a lot of times it would come on and it would be from the Utica Odd. I don't know. I seem to recall that.
I went to the odd plenty of times, and my favorite guy was Ivan Putski.
Anyway,
Yep.
but my grandfather would get so upset. And I remember my mother saying, "It's not real. That's not real." And he had heart problems, and my grandmother would make him turn it off because he'd get so upset. Yeah,
Yep.
those were wild days.
Back then that was the end thing. So
you must have been watching WWE Superstars when you were a little young lad.
All the time. It didn't matter. All of them guys.
Well, it was
the whole crew.
My heyday of it, and there was a brief time that I did watch it, so it quickly passed, but was The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was the heyday.
Yeah, just never did it for me, John.
I don't know. Everybody has their own thing. Hey, by the way, congratulations on I didn't watch the game, but I see the Buffalo Bills won.
Well, it was a big. It was an abnormal.
What a little crybaby. I didn't see the game, but I saw
where
the
you see
foot was
that?
on the line.
Oh yeah.
He's throwing a little tantrum on the side.
Well, that was
call is a call, man.
Call is a call.
He was throwing a tantrum because he felt that he got hit late as he threw the ball at the final play of the game. It was a perfectly clean hit. He was hit.
Well,
as
he was also upset because of the offsides call.
Yeah,
right.
And that clearly the guy was offsides. Period. End of story.
I didn't watch the game, and I saw it this morning. His foot was definitely on the line.
Yeah.
There you go. It was a nice play that they did. Too bad they lost.
So. I feel the same way. All right.
Hey,
all right,
have a
John.
good day.
Thanks, man. WIBX. Good morning.
Hey. You know what it's comparable to the WWE.
What is it? What do you watch it though? Do you watch it?
I watch it, and I like
okay.
it because they clearly tell you it's entertainment. They don't tell you it's real.
Right,
People make it out to be what they want in their heads or
Sure.
their thoughts,
Yeah.
but they tell you it's entertainment.
Well,
But,
here's the thing.
Some people I saw a video once of a guy after a match destroyed his television. Like he got so mad.
Yeah, people get mad
that he destroyed it. Like if the Bills lost or something like that.
But you know what? That's real, and this is not. But you know what? You know what is real, Wayne? Is the crowds. They have a huge. I mean, that odd was packed.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Well, look at it like this, okay? I know you probably don't want to look at it like this, but look at it like this. When you go to see someone like Tim McGraw or you go to watch a movie, you're being entertained, and that's your type of entertainment you like, okay? Yeah. That's all fake. The only real thing is, like, say if you go to see Tim McGraw, he's real. You go to see a movie, all that's acting. That's fake, too. So it's like you're getting excited to go see the movie as excited as we are to go see these wrestlers.
Again, I'm not knocking it.
That wasn't insulting. I was just trying to understand.
No, and I'm not taking it personal. I'm just saying. But people, it's funny how you could accept acting in a movie over acting in a ring, and you're like, oh no, you're all stupid. It's people cry over these so-called reality shows.
Yeah.
You're right. And some people cry when their wrestler loses the belt. It's
these reality shows
scripted.
It's funny if you're a reality show watcher. then you and you're making fun of somebody else for wrestling, then you're the pot calling the kettle black. I'm sorry. So,
Exactly.
all
That's
right,
my
Wayne.
point.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Have a good one. Dale. Hi, Dale. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you have, Dale? Good morning.
Something that's concerning is that I'd like to bring up.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who the council person is for like that section of Utica that Varick Street's included in.
Yeah.
So ever since they did like the new lighting above Varick Street,
Okay.
all the lights in the parking lot besides like Nail Creek, that city-owned parking lot,
Yeah.
the only one on Varick Street,
Yeah.
don't work.
Oh, they're not working. The lights are not working. That's a problem because since that apartment building went in, there's a lot of crime over there, it seems, on Varick Street. So you want to feel safe.
Especially if you're a bartender leaving with like a bunch of cash at midnight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So you're saying
So I'm not sure who that council person
All right,
is.
we'll
but
get
that
on
should
it.
be addressed.
Well, so you're saying the lights in the city-owned parking lot not working?
They haven't worked. And
Okay.
I actually spoke to the people that were like programming the lights above Varick Street, like the
Yeah.
new lights,
Yep.
and they said it was a national grid problem.
Yeah, it's something that's got to be
So
fixed.
whenever
though.
they connected those lights, they must have disconnected the lights to go to the power going to that parking lot.
So Dale, you're saying that during that time, you can immediately say for sure that the string lights went up and the parking lot lights went out.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Dale. Thank you, man. We'll look into it today.
Thank you.
All right. Who is the council person over there?
I want to say it's.
Whenever I don't know who the council person is, we call Joe Beatrice.
Yeah, right.
It's got to be Joe Beatrice.
No, I don't think
Joe
that's what they
Beatrice
call it.
is against streetlights.
Well, we could call an at-large person, Samantha.
We could. She might be somebody to get on it. But you know what? Let me tell you, when somebody gets hurt over there and the lights are out, that's a problem.
I do
It's
have
not
to
like
say,
you can start pointing fingers and say, well, it's them. They should have done it. It's National Grid. Come on. You want to keep that area thriving down there, especially if you're a bartender walking out with a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing, too, is like, okay, it's National Grid's problem. Okay, well, then can you talk
Somebody's
to them
gotta
about
fix
it?
Yeah. All right, listen.
Those lights do look good, though.
I have a bunch to get to. We have comments, all of this. It's a Monday morning. Yes, we are less than 2 weeks away from our big Christmas show coming up on the 22nd, it is, right? On the 22nd from 6 a.m. until 12 noon. Get ready for that. It's 7 o'clock.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
Surrender. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is urging Hamas militants to do.
It will take more time. The war is in full swing, but this is the beginning of the end of Hamas.
As the intense battles rage in northern Gaza and around Khan Yunis in the south, where the UN warns of a humanitarian catastrophe for civilians. More than 17,000 Palestinians have been killed. And Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Israel.
There are concerns that Hamas and Islamic Jihad could try to put new pressure and increase their threats against Israel when it comes to those 137 hostages still held in the Strip.
As for those hostages, Israel now says 20 of them are dead. It's 117 still held captive. Hamas warns none may get out alive unless demands are met. A U.S. Air Force F-16 fighter jet crashed into the sea off South Korea's coast.
During a routine training flight out of Kunsan Air Base in the southwest of South Korea, the aircraft crashed into the Yellow Sea after the pilot safely ejected. They were recovered by South Korean maritime forces and are said to be awake and in a stable condition.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Off the coast of Japan, the U.S. has recovered the remains of a seventh crew member on the U.S. Air Force Osprey aircraft that crashed last month. 6 others have also been found dead. 1 remains missing. There are still nearly 20,000 power outages in Tennessee after weekend tornadoes left 6 people dead, dozens more injured in the Nashville area.
With loss of power and homes to contend with, Emergency Management Director William Swan says another hazard is out there.
There is a lot of gas main breaks. So you'll see our teams out trying to control that and isolate.
He urged residents to let crews work to lessen that danger.
Fox's Gernal Scott. Former President Trump's changed his mind. He won't testify again today at the Trump Organization's civil fraud trial, as had been planned. Instead, he wrote on Truth Social, he's already very successfully testified it, again calling it a witch hunt. America's listening to Fox News.
Why should the Federal Reserve have so much power over your IRA or 401k? Whether they create a new bubble with low interest rates or pop the last bubble with high interest rates, a group of unelected government officials has no business deciding your future. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and this is just one more reason why I recommend a physical gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group. Because precious metals are the best way to maintain your financial independence. And now you can hold gold inside of a tax-advantaged account. To learn more, text the word PROTECT to 989898, and my friends at Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold IRA company I trust, so text PROTECT to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 7:03. I'm Andrew Dominio. Right now, we're at 34 degrees under cloudy skies. A winter weather advisory sticking around until 7 p.m. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the Mad Dash to save cash during My Carl's Holiday Super Sale. Glam vanities with mirrors, dining sets, rocker recliners, and more. Keep more jingle in your pocket at My Carl's New Hartford Shopping Center. One person has died as a result of a home explosion in the town of Oneonta. The explosion occurred Saturday evening just before 5:30 p.m., and the Otsego County 911 Center began getting several calls. Officials say New York State Fire Prevention and Control, with the assistance of the Otsego County Sheriff's Office, have determined a human error led to the accidental blast at 18 Richards Avenue. Sheriff's officials say 60-year-old Desmond Moan perished in the incident. Several residents were impacted by the blast, and those who are in need can contact Otsego County Office of Otsego County Office of Emergency Services. There is still a state of emergency in effect, and there will be no access to the affected area until authorized by Town of Oneonta officials. One person is dead and another is being treated at Wynn Hospital following a vehicle-pedestrian accident in the city of Utica. Police say officers responded to the scene Friday night in the area of Hopper Street and Genesee. Two people were struck by a vehicle traveling from Court Street across Genesee to Hopper. One person was pronounced dead as a result of the accident, and the other was transported to the Wynn. The details of the accident are still being investigated. Just as they have been for weeks, local drivers are paying less of their money to fill up at the gas pump. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the Utica-Rome area is $3.56. That's down 4 cents in the last week and is 11 cents cheaper than this time a month ago. Right now, the state average is $3.48 a gallon, and nationally, it's $3.16. And the Powerball jackpot is still on the rise and now starting to approach the $500 million mark. The lucky lotto player who picks the winning numbers for tonight's drawing will receive at least $477 million. The last time someone correctly chose all 6 winning numbers was in October when a massive $1.7 billion prize was claimed. Tonight's drawing will be streamed live online at Powerball.com. WIBX 950 News Time, 7:06. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint. Brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. For today, we can expect a winter weather advisory to stay in effect until 7 p.m. with snow possible throughout the day, highs in the mid to upper 30s. Chance of snow showers overnight, cloudy with lows in the mid-20s. And tomorrow, mostly sunny with highs in the low 40s. Right now, we're at 34 degrees under cloudy skies at 7:06. Sports brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. It was a big win for the Buffalo Bills as they remain in the hunt for the playoffs. They defeated the defending Super Bowl champions by a score of 20-17 at Arrowhead. Bills quarterback Josh Allen threw a touchdown and had a rushing score. Buffalo now has a record of 7-6. Their next game is Sunday at home against the Dallas Cowboys.
Me and Daddy feel bad. He immediately got upset about it and even had to take a second look at it. He still wasn't a fan of his dad's new haircut and had to take one more look just to make sure it was real.
That was
Patrick.
live.
That's Patrick Mahomes as a child, crying then. I have video. Of
I
it.
thought that was.
And he's still crying today.
I thought that was footage after the game.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
apologize.
It's terrible.
Still wasn't a fan of his dad's new haircut and had to take one more look just to make sure.
Even his dad's haircut would get him crying back then. And
Oh,
look
boy.
at him today.
Well, he doesn't have a great one himself.
Crying like a baby.
That's right. Sticking with the NFL, the Jets pulled off a major upset, blowing out the Texans 30-6 at MetLife Stadium.
This game had no score. It was 0-0 well into the third quarter.
Yeah, well, Zach Wilson
and then
took off.
Final score was what?
The final score was 30-6. Zach
you
Wilson,
believe that?
Yeah, led the way with 301 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, proving that he probably should have been in the game as the starter the whole season.
Is that the right game? Is that the game you're right. I am right.
Yeah.
It was there was, let's see, 20 points scored in the third, 16 in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
It was 0-0 in the third quarter.
So we still have 2 more games. It's a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. You will hear on WIBX the New York Giants taking on my Green Bay Packers for Monday Night Football. Also, the Tennessee Titans will take on the Dolphins. And it'll be a lot of crying.
This is him as a high school student. Mahomes. This is after a test.
Oh boy, the Syracuse Orange basketball team moved to 7-3. They'll take on. They beat Georgetown handily, 80-68 was the score there. They won't play again until Sunday afternoon when they take on Oregon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Really quickly here, we'll give you the update. The Comets had
a huge weekend.
Yeah, they won home against Bridgeport on Friday night. Away at the Crunch, always good to beat them 3-1. And I believe the team doesn't have the score here, but they won against the Crunch, I believe, yesterday afternoon.
Yes, they did. Yeah, 4-1 was the final on that one.
Unfortunately,
And
the men's Pioneers.
Wayne was our ticket winner for that game yesterday. Was at the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, the men's Pioneers hockey team lost a tough one, 3-2 versus
Listen,
Oswego State.
that's one of the better. That's Davey, explain.
About what? Andrews got the score wrong for Utica University. They lost 4-3 to Oswego, right?
4-3.
Well, then the website's got to change because
okay.
That's what the
saw
website has.
2-1, I believe it was. 6-3, 7-2.
All right, well, whatever it is, they lost.
I love how our sports reporters actually every statement ends with a question mark. That's the new.
I got a lot going on over here.
The Bills won 27-26.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
Anything else do you have there?
No, I don't.
So we're carrying tonight on WIBX. You'll be able to hear Monday Night Football.
We are carrying the Packers and the Giants.
The Giants-Packers game will be on tonight. And I got to tell you, with little Danny DeVito, you never know what to expect.
Take it easy.
I'm just saying, Andrew, do not take this
easy.
team lightly.
No, I won't.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
We're also being told that by Joe Beatrice that he believes Katie Aiello is the representative for Varick Street.
All right, well, let's reach out. And this is something that really, the report is that the lights are out, especially when people are coming out late at night. And that can be very, very dangerous. And what you don't want is somebody to get mugged or robbed or something like that, or far worse. We've seen far worse happen. So be aware of all of that. All right, coming up, we'll talk about this is nice because it's that time of year. It's a bell ringing time, right? When you're walking into your favorite store or what have you, they're ringing the bells.
I had a very unique experience shopping the other day. A woman was not only volunteering her time to ring the bell, she was singing carols, and she had a very good voice.
It is you see it all the time in New York City. In fact, when they ring the bell, I mean, they'll put on full productions down there. You'll have a band out playing. So I like seeing that when somebody's out there singing. Where was that, by the way?
The North Utica Praise Chopper.
That's cool. And, you'll stop and give a little money to that. I mean, give them credit for being out there in the wintertime singing away. Stand by. We'll also talk with the sheriff down in Oneonta after that horrible house explosion. They're saying user error.
Human error. I don't know.
Human error. Does that mean somebody left the gas on a stove without the flame? I don't know, but that sounds, an explosion like that seems like some sort of a natural gas explosion. We don't know that for a fact. We'll get into it, though, and speak with the sheriff a little later on this morning. Stand by. It's 7:12 at WIBX.
In green building projects, Potentia has completed hundreds of large sustainable commercial projects across New York State and is now a clean heat approved contractor for residential electric heat pumps. Save up to 40% off your natural gas or oil heating system monthly bill by upgrading to an electric heat pump. Now's a great time to replace that old furnace and boiler with New York State incentives and tax advantages. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with a turnkey electric heat pump with various packages and options available. Potentia can also help design, supply, and install residential and commercial electric vehicle charging systems at your home or business. From permitting and design through the complete installation, they guarantee your satisfaction with all their products and workmanship. Visit Potentia at 4685 Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford. Give them a call at 315-765-6184 or potentiamanagement.com. That's potentiamanagement.com.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information that you should know regarding your estate planning. Specifically, you should have prepared what is known as the Big Three.
Basic estate planning is comprised of the three main documents that you need. First is the will, next is the healthcare proxy, and last is the power of attorney. What most people don't know is how important of the three the power of attorney really is, because New York State has no simple method for you to act on another's behalf if they become incapacitated.
I am often asked, what is probate and why is it needed?
Probate is the act of administering the will through the New York State court system. It requires a filing fee and other actions to be taken as well as a petition to be filed. It is time-consuming and can be expensive. It can be avoided by using a living trust.
To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name. They know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
Hi, it's James.
And Megan.
From the all-new Destination Kia of Utica.
And we're giving you the chance to get an affordable all-wheel drive SUV.
Lease a brand new 2023 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for just $388 per month for 36 months.
And that's with only $995 plus tax due at signing.
An all-wheel drive SUV for just $388 per month? Now that's kooky!
Only during the Kia season of giving back. So go kooky for Kia at the all-new Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
2023 Kia Sportage LX AWD. Stock number 23T0063. MSRP $30,345. 36 months. 30,000 mile lease. 20 cents per mile over. $995 plus tax and fees due at inception. $0 security deposit. $650 acquisition fee included in payment structure. $400 disposition fee. 720 plus FICO score. EPA rate. Offer expires January 2nd, 2024.
Looking for the perfect gift for the theater and music lover on your list? Give the gift of world-class opera and musical theater with a Glimmerglass Festival gift card. The 2024 Glimmerglass Festival includes productions of The Pirates of Penzance, Pagliacci, La Callisto, and Elizabeth Cree. And with a Glimmerglass Festival gift card, they can pick the shows of their choice. Gift cards available online at glimmerglass.org or by calling the box office. Tickets for individual shows on sale January 22nd. Give music and magic with a Glimmerglass gift card. Happy holidays from the Glimmerglass Festival.
Are you or a loved one dealing with physical issues? Are you about to have a corrective surgery? Be prepared and take the stress out of recovery. Visit Home and Hospital Medical Supply in the new Hartford Shopping Center. From mobility aids to home safety equipment, they carry it all. Whether it's a heating pad for back relief or a knee brace for that sports injury, they now even have light therapy equipment to fight seasonal depression. Home and Hospital Medical Supply. Care with convenience. Online at hnhmedicalny.com.
AmeriConnect Visa cards from AmeriQ connect you with more features, more benefits, and even greater rewards. Right now, open an AmeriConnect Visa card, and we'll connect you with the lowest intro rate possible for the first 12 months. Plus, qualifying members will earn reward points for every dollar spent. What are you waiting for? Visit AmeriQ.org to apply today. AmeriQ and you. Let's connect. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
Why get an updated COVID vaccine? If you're 65 or older, a COVID vaccine can keep you out of the hospital. And if you have heart disease, a COVID vaccine can help you stay healthy. With COPD or other lung diseases, getting a COVID vaccine can keep you off a ventilator. Anyone can get severely ill from COVID. But some people are more at risk. Know your risk and make sure you're up to date on your COVID vaccine. A message from the New York State Health Department.
A flex head bed is where each head goes up and down independently, but it's still one solid mattress, and Mattress Express has the largest selection in New York State. Right now, get a queen flex head bed with adjustable base and sheets for only $14.99. Locations at mattressexpressny.com.
WIDX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right. I want to get into, if I could, and we will actually in a few minutes. Davey, you can bring them in, make their way in here. But there's an issue that I've been dealing with Cameron Decker. Cameron Decker is the guy. We're all familiar with Cameron Decker? He's the guy
yes.
that does the online. They'll lure people in online that think they're talking with children, which is horrific, right? It's a terrible, terrible thing. And then ultimately they will expose them online as being people who are trying to hook up with young children. That is a terrible thing. At some point, we had brought Cameron Decker on. He was upset that the DA's office in Oneida County is not working with him. And I think the DA is looking at this as it's vigilantism, and fears that at some point when you put these people into a corner like this, something like this could end up very, very badly. Somebody else could be shot. The Cameron Decker could be shot, what have you. And at one point, the DA had made a comment, apparently, that, and I've not found this clip as of yet, but that supposedly that he had made homophobic comments. We're talking about Cameron Decker. Decker says, I didn't make those comments. Here's proof that another person did. Now I want that video removed, and he's making demands to us. So now I have a bunch of people online right now making comments about this. I have Decker, who was reaching out to us repeatedly, and everybody on staff and in the building.
Some no longer on staff.
Over the weekend. And what I'm saying to this is, if the DA made a statement, the district attorney made a statement, that is on the DA's office. And we will reach out to see if they would want to retract what they said, and we will cover that. As for the program that is archived on YouTube, it's my opinion, and we'll continue dealing with this today, it's my opinion that it's an archival of the program. It goes live every day at 9 o'clock. When we're done, it is there. So I'm not going to go back and change what actually happened. But we will look into it. Enough is enough. What I'm saying, stop harassing us about it. I'm looking into it. Now, as for the people that are commenting online, I'll get to their comments coming up after 7:30. Is there anything else I should say about this?
I think you said
everything
more, perfectly.
I will talk more about it coming up in a minute.
Yeah.
So just be aware of all of that. All right? Is that fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm just telling you, the weekends are supposed to be for,
relaxation.
family and relaxation,
Yeah.
but I can never do that, it seems. There's always someone that has an agenda. In studio right now, Linda, I've always, is it Iannone, Linda?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Captain Kelly Ross are with the Red Kettle campaign, which is very exciting. We were just talking about Andrew, who was in North Utica and saw a caroling campaign.
She was out there just by herself. I give her a lot of credit. I don't even like to hear myself sing in the shower, and she was belting it out, and it sounded awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Spreading the holiday cheer, and it actually gave me a little more influence to put a little extra in there.
Down at Grand Central Station in New York, there's an outfit that does it's like they're putting on a concert. It's unbelievable, and to see that happen up here too, I love, because it does inspire people to get out there and give. Here we are. It's the holiday season.
Here we are.
Here we are.
It seems to have come very quickly this year.
Very quickly.
Yeah, I think we say that every year.
It's come very quickly, and it's going very quickly.
And it goes very quickly. Yeah, I mean we're about 2 weeks away.
Pretty soon it'll be summer again.
The holiday, right? Yes. So let's start with you, Captain Kelly Ross. Tell us the importance of, number one, giving, but how you probably are always in need of people willing, whether they're singing or not, to get out there and ring that bell.
Yeah, so the importance of giving, this money that we raise during this Christmas season really helps us operate all year long. It's not just about Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's about everything we do all year long. And so the funds that they put in the kettles stay here in this community, and to help those that we serve, and operates all year long with our soup kitchen, our food pantry, our after-school programs, the dinner that we provide, the transportation, clothing, and other things that we provide. But it's so important just to give a little extra this time of year.
And Linda, I work with you at the Stanley Theater. This is I'm assuming your volunteerism for you?
Yes, it is. I was honored to be selected as the honorary chair for the Red Kettle campaign.
Nice.
And it's a very aggressive campaign, and we are so hopeful that we'll be able to get very close to the goal. So.
And what is the goal?
120,000.
Okay, and that helps you throughout the year.
Yeah.
Throughout the year, and it's so important. I mean, people don't understand that again, this is our biggest fundraiser, and we're just a little over 42,000 as of.
So still a long ways to go.
Long ways to go.
Yeah.
But we believe this community can come together and we can raise it.
How long has the Salvation Army been doing the Red Kettle campaign? Because I feel like I'm 33, has been as long as I remember, but. How long has the Red Kettle campaign been going on?
It started in the 1800s, believe it or not. There was a captain of the Salvation Army who wanted to find a way to feed people, and he came up with an idea called put a pot out on the pier, and it was called Keep the Pot Boiling. And from there, it's been running and running and running.
It is one of the Salvation Army is one of the older organizations in the United States, and the Salvation Army has been there through so many different events and situations and catastrophes over the years.
Yes. I've served at a few of those. I was down in Florida the last hurricane that they had, and I served down there. And I've served at 9/11 and several other opportunities that I've had to serve. But I love it.
So tell me, I'll go with you on this, Linda. How can people serve here? How can people get involved?
Well, people can certainly get involved for this season by volunteering to ring the bell at several of the locations around town. But it doesn't stop there. There are ways that they can donate to the Salvation Army all year long by providing clothing, food, volunteering to help serve food. There's children's programs that they can get involved with. It is a year-round business, and it just doesn't stop at Christmas. So we encourage people to volunteer their time, their talent, their financial rewards as much as they can to the Salvation Army, because they are truly, truly in need.
Is there still a Salvation Army store here in the city?
There is not.
Yeah,
no, there's not.
I know there's one in
Rome.
In Rome, Ilion has one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And might I just say that the number of people that you talk to who are able to buy, now when you're buying something, obviously it's giving to the cause, but it's amazing what you can walk away with if people donate.
Yes, it is. And so that money that's raised to those stores goes to what they call the adult rehabilitation centers for men and women that struggle with drugs and alcohol, to our different centers all over all over New York. Yeah.
All right, one more time, Linda, how people can reach out.
You can reach out by calling the Salvation Army office on Clinton Place in Utica. And please stop by the kettle, give what you can. Every little bit counts. And we hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. And we thank everyone for their
All right.
support.
If somebody wanted to give and not use the kettle, is there a means to do that on the website?
There is a
this
means
day
on
and age, some
website.
people just
Yes.
don't carry cash.
Yes, there is a way on the website. They can certainly search for us on the website.
Okay.
There's a texting option, Utica, text Utica to 31333. And we also, at the kettle now, we have a thing called Tip Tap. You can just take your phone and just tap. And
so you
if
can
don't
right on
have
the
cash,
spot. Oh, no
You can do
kidding.
right
Wow.
on the spot.
Love it.
But Bill,
All
can
right.
I just mention to you real quick?
Yes.
We have these Angel Tree tags at different locations at Walmart and Planet Fitnesses. We still have quite a few children that need to be adopted this Christmas. So if anybody's out shopping today at either the Utica Walmart or they're at Planet Fitness, if they can grab a tag and adopt a child, we're distributing to over 350 children on December 19th and the 21st.
Wow.
And
So when you
we'll-
say you're adopting a child, what you're doing here is you're taking care of their needs for the holidays.
Their needs. Their parents came in, gave us some wishes for their children, and as of the other day, we still had 240-something children that needed to be adopted.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank
As
you.
always, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Let me break. It's 7:28 at WIBX.
As a leader in green building projects, Potentia has completed hundreds of large sustainable commercial projects across New York State and is now a clean heat approved contractor for residential electric heat pumps. Save up to 40% off your natural gas or oil heating system monthly bill by upgrading to an electric heat pump. Now's a great time to replace that old furnace and boiler with New York State incentives and tax advantages. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with a turnkey electric heat pump with various packages and options available. Potentia can also help design, supply, and install residential and commercial electric vehicle charging systems at your home or business. From permitting and design through the complete installation, they guarantee your satisfaction with all their products and workmanship. Visit Potentia at 4685 Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford. Give them a call at 315-765-6184 or potentiamanagement.com. That's potentiamanagement.com.
Go green, they say. But how? Start with your biggest investment, your home. Invest in the future with a new water furnace geothermal heating and cooling system by City Suburban. We at City Suburban have converted hundreds of customers to green energy to heat and cool their home. And we can do the same for you. Now is the best time with the New York State Clean Heat Energy Program, where you can save up to $12,000 while funds are available on your water furnace geothermal system, plus a 30% federal tax credit. They say go green. We say go Geo.
Hi, this is Chris from City Suburban. There's never been a better time than ever to go green. With the New York State Clean Heat Energy rebates and federal tax credit, you can save thousands on the installation, plus save for years to come on energy costs. And like always, every installation comes with City Suburban's POMG. That's peace of mind guaranteed. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com for more information.
Oriskany Garage would like to thank our customers for once again voting us the best destination for tires in the Utica area. Huge selection, great prices on name brand tires, and our service will crush the internet retailers and chain stores. Take it away, Monster Truck Guy.
For brakes, tires, funny noises, warning lights, or any auto repair needs, come and experience prompt and courteous service at Oriskany Garage. Online at ogtires.com. Come on, say it with me and make that noise. ogtires.com.
All right, coming up, we'll do Habaika's free money question of the day, and then I'll get into this situation with To Catch a Predator and what we're dealing with on this whole thing right now. We'll get into it coming up. I want to tell you about your heating and cooling, Fred F. Collis & Sons Heating and Cooling, and insulation. You want to make sure your home is energy efficient for the holidays and for the long, hard winter. You know what happens after the holidays. We get into January and February, and then we watch winter seem to sometimes linger on into March, April, May. It's still snowing in June around here. At least it feels that way. A good thing is to make sure your home is in tip-top shape when it comes to insulation, when it comes to so many different aspects, which is why they'll do an energy assessment from Collis. It helps you pinpoint energy loss, comfort issues, and address any of your safety concerns, and they'll help you. And in some cases, these upgrades are absolutely free. There are rebates out there and many programs that assist people to make their home energy efficient. Collis can walk you through all of it. In fact, right now, National Grid is offering up to $500 per outdoor condenser unit on Collis's heat pump installation. But the offer expires at the end of this month, so you have to take advantage of it right now. Heat pumps, by the way, a great option to keep your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer months. Call Collis today. They'll walk you through everything. 315-768-2323 or reach out online, fredfcollis.com.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 7:31. I'm Andrew Dominio. Right now we are at 34 degrees under cloudy skies. We have a winter weather advisory sticking around until 7 p.m. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the Stanley Center of the Arts, presenting Standards and Stories with Tony Danza, April 6th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. One person has died as a result of a home explosion in the town of Oneonta. The explosion occurred Saturday evening just before 5:30 p.m., and the Otsego County 911 Center began getting several calls. Officials say New York State Fire Prevention and Control, with the assistance of the Otsego County Sheriff's Office, have determined a human error led to the accidental blast at 18 Richards Avenue. Sheriff's officials say 60-year-old Desmond Moan perished in the incident. Several residents were impacted by the blast, and those who are in need can contact Otsego County Office of Emergency Services at 607-547-5351. There is still a state of emergency in effect in the area, and there will be no access until authorized by the town of Oneonta. One person has died, and another is being treated at Wynn Hospital following a vehicle-pedestrian accident in the city of Utica. Police say officers responded to the scene Friday night in the area of Hopper Street and Genesee. Two people were struck by a vehicle traveling from Court across Genesee Street to Hopper. One person was pronounced dead as a result of the accident. The other was transported to Wynn Hospital. The details of the accident are still under investigation. It could be a messy morning commute across the central New York region as a storm system continues to move through. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory that will remain in effect until 7 p.m. Snow, rain, and wind are expected, and it is possible there may be power outages and a few inches of precipitation in spots. For the latest alerts and forecast, head to WIBX950.com. And the Buffalo Bills remain in the hunt for the playoffs after picking up a big win over the defending Super Bowl champions. Bills quarterback Josh Allen threw a touchdown and also had a rushing score as the Bills topped the Kansas City Chiefs 20-17 at Arrowhead Stadium yesterday. Buffalo now has a record this year of 7 wins and 6 losses. Their next game is a tough one, Sunday at home against the Dallas Cowboys. WIBX 950 News Time, 7:34. Your weather forecast is according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint, brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. Winter weather advisory in effect until 7 p.m. We'll see rain and snow mixing this morning. Then we'll see all snow throughout the day possible. Highs in the mid to upper 30s. Chance of snow overnight, cloudy with lows in the mid to upper 20s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, highs in the low 40s. Right now, 34 degrees under cloudy skies. It is 7:35.
All right, let's do Hobica's free money question of the day. It's worth $200 to start off the week. And Davey, this morning we're looking for caller number what this morning?
Caller 5.
Fifth caller through the lines right now at 315-736-0186. Caller 5 right now. Chance to win from Hobica and WIBX.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them, and to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
Do you miss the simplicity and reliability of a landline?
With a landline service, conversations were never cut off because your internet stopped working.
Your grandkids couldn't lose your home phone on some playground.
Now landlines are back and better than ever with Community Phone. Community Phone offers home phone service starting at just $39 a month. And today, get 50% off your first month. With Community Phone, there are no contracts, no internet needed, no complicated wiring. A classic landline, but with the latest upgrades like caller ID, voicemail, spam call blocking, unlimited nationwide calls, and more. And the phone works even if the power goes out. You can even keep your own phone number or get a new one. You can set up your home phone service with Community Phone in 30 seconds, all by yourself. Today, get 50% off your first month when you call 1-866-900-2557. Call 1-866-900-2557 today to get 50% off. 1-866-900-2557.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you or a loved one dealing with physical issues? Are you about to have a corrective surgery? Be prepared and take the stress out of recovery. Visit Home and Hospital Medical Supply in the new Hartford Shopping Center. From mobility aids to home safety equipment, they carry it all. Whether it's a heating pad for back relief or a knee brace for that sports injury, they now even have light therapy equipment to fight seasonal depression. Home and Hospital Medical Supply. Care with convenience. Online at hnhmedicalny.com.
WIBX 950 and 1069 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, here we go with Hobica's free money question of the day. Joseph and Andrew Hobica at 315-724-1600. And any of your legal needs, you just call them and they'll be there to take care of you. Okay, now, this morning we start out, what was the amount of money we're looking at today, Davey? $200 on the line. And here's Kevin in New Hartford. Hello, Kevin. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
What are you doing today, Kevin?
Taking it easy, looking out the window, seeing a little bit of snow out there.
Just a little bit. There's not a lot, right?
No, not over here.
I didn't get any of that big. Yeah. And you're where? New Hartford? Yeah, it's not bad.
Yep.
Okay, you know the deal. You have 7 seconds to answer the question and get your answer in. This is a tough one for $200. Okay, you'll have 7 seconds. Here we go. This is your question. In terms of duration, what is the longest song to hit the Billboard Top 40? Ready, go.
I don't know that one.
Throw a guess out.
The one where they say all the towns, cities.
The one where they do what?
Where they say all the towns and cities. I traveled here, there.
Oh yeah, I've been everywhere. Yeah. That feels like forever because especially if you've traveled with kids. Oh my God! All right, well that is a toughie. So the record, Davey, used to be which song?
American Pie by Don McLean.
Don McLean by American Pie. Now there was a single edit, but the long edit, the album version, is I can tell you exactly how long it is. That is long. It's 8 minutes and 42 seconds long.
Now there was also
go ahead.
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald or Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Hey Jude was number 3. 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Papa Was a Rolling Stone was number 4. Rapture by Blondie, number 5. We Are the World was 6 minutes and 22 seconds. We called Kevin in the radio business, especially in the old days when we still worked late nights and overnights. Today it's all automated. Nobody's in the building.
Yeah.
The bathroom songs.
The bathroom song.
It's a bathroom song. Boy, I got
the
to
lunch
the
break
bathroom.
song.
All right, quick. Pull out American Pie. But the current answer is it's a Taylor Swift song. Holds the record right now, and her song, which I don't have here now, All Too Long, I believe is the title of it. And it is 10 minutes and 22 seconds long.
It is all too long.
Yeah, it is all too long by Taylor Swift. But I would have given you American Pie if you came up with that, because that for years was the longest. Okay, we're going to give you the all-in-one Utica all-in-one food and fun card. It's a $25 gift card. Good at any of the restaurants associated with the Comets. Mohawk Valley Garden, Aquavino, Babes, 72 Tavern and Grill, Taylor and the Cook, concession stands at the Odd or at Nexus, and, of course, the gift shop over there as well. So stand by. Davey will mail that to you. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Okay, thanks
All right.
a lot.
Thank you, Kevin. Have a great day.
You too, bye.
It is kind of, as the sun comes up, it is kind of a nice look with a little bit of snow coming down. I can take the beautiful snow right up until New Year's Day. After that, I'd like it to all go away and head towards spring.
I actually don't mind the snow. I've said this before when it's because sometimes, that lake effect snow can almost feel like it's insulated, and it feels a little bit warmer than when it's sunny, windy, and -20.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And when you don't have any of sometimes the snow actually makes it feel a little warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it allows for warmth. Okay, can we get into a little, I know you took a call. Manasseh was taking a call. The Cameron Decker, and I get it. He's saying that the DA, but this goes back a long ways.
Yeah, this was when I was still here originally. We had Cameron.
This interview goes months back. Apparently, at some point, the district attorney, Scott McNamara, had said that, we were listening to some of these videos, and, there were homophobic slurs being used. And, at this point, basically, McNamara was claiming why he does not utilize the information that Cameron Decker gets, and others, he's not alone, the information that he gets out there online. Some feel it doesn't follow the law. Some feel it could be perceived as entrapment. And therefore, they really don't utilize it, nor does Herkimer County. In fact, Herkimer County has said, don't do it here, that you'd be breaking the law if you did that. I'm not sure how true that is necessarily, but nonetheless. So now Decker is demanding that we take the interview down, which is not going to happen. However, we will reach out to Scott McNamara and see if he wants to make a comment. Decker is saying that wasn't him using on the tape that used homophobic slurs, and that's the end of it. But I just have to say, Cameron, you just can't. You're threatening. You're threatening lawsuits. You're threatening. You're just not going to get anywhere with that crap. If the DA made a statement, he is the official Oneida County District Attorney. He made a statement. You need to contact the DA's office, and we will as well, out of courtesy, to see if he wants to change his statement. But I can't change the fact that it did happen. The statement was made. It is what the DA said. I can't change that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm willing to do a retraction if the DA would like to, but we certainly didn't say it.
No, I never really even heard a lot of those videos. I mean, there were some that we would follow on the website, but I
to be honest with you, they're graphic at times. They use a lot of there's nothing more disgusting than someone who is taking advantage of a child, in my opinion. Being whether they are a pedophile, whatever is going on there, there's nothing more horrible. And when police are able to go in and nail someone, I'm in full support of it. But I do worry, and I said this before, I do worry that he's out there handling this as if he is a police officer and has been trained to do it. It does make me worry. This whole to catch a predator thing makes me worry. And you have a lot of people out there doing it on YouTube, and a lot of these channels are monetized, which means they're making money by the view. And so basically, one could argue you're out there making money off this whole thing. Now, Cameron Decker has always said, I don't make any money off this. Well, I just don't know how he operates if he doesn't make any money off it. How would you have
traveling around?
He's traveling all over the country,
staying at hotels.
How would you be able to survive if you're not making some sort of money off it? So we'll entertain this for a little while. I will reach out to the DA's office today, and if Scott wants to make a retraction, he'll have that opportunity. Mike on the long song. Hello, Michael. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
I got a good one for you.
All right.
This one came out in 1972, and the song was 23 minutes long. Didn't hit the top 40.
It did not hit the top 40.
It did not hit the top 40. Well,
Yeah.
can you name the song? You got 7 seconds. Ready, go.
Inagata da Vida.
No, I'm sorry. You didn't get the...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on.
Now he's reversing this on me.
Yeah, there we go. Wait for that.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on.
I'll give you another guess.
How long was it?
The song was 23 minutes long.
Yeah, I have, but it didn't hit the charts, so...
It was a good song. It was it's a popular song, but it didn't hit. I guess it didn't hit the top 40. But
is it? Well, I would imagine the live version of Freebird was pretty long.
I don't think it was that long, but this was just a regular version.
Shine On You
It
Crazy
was regular,
Diamond.
wasn't it?
What is it?
Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I know that's pretty long.
Wasn't that?
All right, what was
You
it?
give up?
What was it? We give up. Yeah.
It was Genesis. Supper's Ready.
Oh, okay.
Remember that one?
I do not.
You-
I don't. I'm sorry.
20
That would have been Genesis with Peter Gabriel, right?
Genesis with Peter Gabriel.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. He had some wild stuff out there. Peter Gabriel did.
Oh yes, yep. And, it was a big one.
All right.
You hear this?
All right. Well, see, which is why we qualified this. It hit the top, not only the Billboard charts, but hit the top 40.
Top 40.
Because there are some others that hit the top 100 that were just songs that people wouldn't know. But the long version of American Pie, the album version, that was also pretty darn long.
And that was the year before, 71.
Yeah,
I think they came out 71.
Pretty cool. All right, good stuff there, Michael. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right,
Take
have a
care.
great day. Thanks.
We did just get a message. I reached out to Katie Aiello regarding the Varick Street thing. Her response, I don't have any updates on those parking lot lights yet. That side of Varick Street, the parking lot is actually Councilman Bob Burmaster's district, but I did just ask, and I'm happy to call in once I have confirmation on the status to share with everyone.
Well, no matter whose district it is, I would hope that something like that would be corrected because it is a dangerous situation.
Yep. Also, Wayne messaging in, Decker can blame AI. Any accused could now say that it wasn't me, it was AI.
I guess. The other part of this is what's stopping somebody from saying, I thought you were the pedophile, so I was playing you. Right?
Right.
Now, I do realize that what ends up happening here is this Cameron Decker gets to a point where there's a meeting. And, hey, let's meet at the, I'm a 15-year-old boy or a 15-year-old girl. Let's meet at Walmart or something like that. And that's where they confront them. And a lot of times it's an adult male who's looking to meet up with somebody who he thinks might be a 15-year-old or a 13-year-old, who knows what. And then there's nothing more terrible than that. I completely understand. But I do worry, at the same time, I know this isn't all that popular, but there are these people, while maybe they are doing something nefarious, they still have constitutional rights. They're still afforded rights in this country. And the idea is to catch someone who is a predator, who is acting on it, to catch someone and to be able to have it stick.
And there was the show with Chris Hansen, the Dateline special that they ran for years about that, but that was in conjunction, I believe, with law enforcement in that area.
I think I don't know,
because what would happen was Chris Hansen would confront the person, they would run out, and then there would be officers from that jurisdiction that would arrest the person.
Well, I mean, if he was, it would be different if he was working with police.
Right.
I do feel that when you're not trained to do this. It just makes me a little bit on the uncomfortable side. Listen, taking people off the streets who are doing bad things to children, that is a good thing. Imagine the father who finds out and is told by police, don't act on your own, because if you do, you'll be the one going to jail. And you can understand a father's anger and hatred and wanting to act. You can understand that. If he or a mom as a child who were violated by a predator. It's terrible. We'll break and come back here. Any comments on it? 315. I know there are a ton of comments on YouTube. I appreciate all that. I know you guys are throwing some things in there. I understand. The reality is we'll give the DA a chance to comment. After that, I feel like it's over. He says he didn't do it. I'm willing to have Decker come on and say that wasn't his voice. I'm okay with all of that. But that's about as far as we're going to be able to go. 7:53 at WIBX.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
Justin and Amy from Herkimer heard Mattress Express's commercial for the smart bed by Instant Comfort for months. They kept meaning to come in. Now it was the holidays. They didn't know what to get each other, and they heard the commercial that you get a $1,000 prepaid Visa card or a $2,000 massage chair, so they stopped into our store in New Hartford on Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus. They tried a lot of beds, but they picked the Q9 King Flex Head smart bed. Justin liked his side soft. He was an 18. We elevated his head and feet, put the massage on low. He said it was perfect. It was like being in a recliner. Amy liked her side much firmer. Her number was a 38. We elevated the head a little higher, the feet a little lower. She liked the massage on high. They said it was like each having their own bed. They didn't give us a nickel. They qualified and signed up for the 5 years, no interest, no money down. They thought they would take the prepaid $1,000 card, but after trying the massage chair, that was the winner. Stop in today. Get your location at mattressexpressny.com.
I want to talk about River Hills Properties and Bill and Robin Monjo. 15 years ago or so, they began a real estate company that they wanted to be different than others. So they decided the way to do this is to offer services that others don't offer. Like, for instance, when my wife and I tried to sell our home, we were working with a few different companies. And the question was, this is before I was really working with Bill and Robin. The question was, we just want to make sure that there's an agent there, our listing agent, every time the house is shown. We didn't want people just wandering through, being able to use the lockbox, put the code in, and then have people wandering through our home when we weren't there. We wanted the listing agent to be there and have it coordinated, and we were told that we couldn't get that. They wouldn't be able to do that because at the time our house wasn't selling for enough in order to make that happen. Maybe if it was a $500,000 home, they would do it, but not for ours at the time. So we reached out to River Hills, and at River Hills, that's part of policy. Your listing agent is there every time the house is shown. It could be, Andrew, a $1 million home.
Correct.
It could be a $200,000 house.
It could be a $25,000 mobile home.
Your listing agent will be there every time the house is shown. And part of the importance of that is your listing agent will walk in and make sure the house is showable. And you're putting your best foot forward. The lights are on. Things are tidied up and ready to go. That's the River Hills way. That's one of the services they provide. That's got to be one of the reasons why River Hills is the #1 independent real estate agency in all of upstate New York. And #2 when it comes to the chains here throughout the region. It's River Hills Properties. Why wouldn't you list with River Hills? In Barneville, Little Falls, and Utica. Online, it's riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Call 315-896-1009. Nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Let me do one more mention here. The official coffee of the Keeler in the Morning radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. The drive-thru is lightning fast. Donuts are made right there on the premises every single day, every morning. And the best lattes, from caramel to mochas and pistachio, pumpkin, the chocolate peppermint candy cane for the holidays, gingerbread cookie, the almond joy latte, and the s'more latte. All delicious. Gift cards available. Buy 20, get $5 free. And you got to sign up for the snowflake rolls. They're melt-in-your-mouth dinner rolls that come from a family recipe from Chuck Sedella. And you can pick them up the day before Christmas and have them for your Christmas dinner. But you do have to sign up in advance. Go to Daylight to do that, or you can call them at 315-724-7103.
Those are delicious.
They are delicious.
Those Daylight Donuts, too.
And they they work really well like the day after. You want to make a little egg sandwich or something with them? They're just really, really good. All right, coming up next hour, we're going to get into this house explosion in Oneonta. What was the cause? We'll speak with the sheriff over there coming up. And college campuses, you're hearing all the talk about, on college campuses, the anti-Semitism, the Islamophobia, all of this racism that's occurring on college campuses today. One of the things not being talked about is the biggest problem, and that is the opioid epidemic and fentanyl. It is a real problem on college campuses today, and we'll get into to that. Also, the snow. Andrew will run down the list of delays and closings here this morning. Turns out we didn't get hit all that badly. It was a winter storm warning, and that is still is in existence in Herkimer County and Otsego County to the east. They're calling for 5 to 8 inches of snow. So far, that has not come to fruition. The higher elevations probably getting a little bit of it, but in the valleys, that's not happening. And in Oneida County and also Madison County, it's a winter weather advisory. 1 to 5 inches expected through the day today. Most of the school delays are coming from Herkimer County this morning. We'll update it. Coming up, news is next to WIBX.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Rome, W295DI Utica Rome, your news, talk, and sports leader, a Town Square media station.
It's a cold morning to have no power or heat. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is the situation in parts of Tennessee torn apart by weekend tornadoes.
We need to remember the victims, and there are a lot of them. People that have lost their lives, people that have lost everything that they own.
Governor Bill Lee, after assessing the damage north of Nashville.
6 people dead in the state of Tennessee. 2 of them are children.
More than 80 others injured. Fox Weather's Robert Ray is in Clarksville, where it's 24 degrees now.
According to Clarksville officials, nearly 700 structures have been destroyed as recovery efforts are continuing. Power lines are still down. Over 10,000 people in the state of Tennessee this morning out of power.
Israel now says 20 of the 137 hostages Hamas is holding are dead, as Hamas warns none get out alive if demands are not met.
In Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's words, the war is in full swing. But, he adds, dozens of Hamas fighters have surrendered to Israeli forces. Hamas says that's not true. Fighting is concentrated in Gaza's two largest cities, Khan Yunis and Gaza City. Thousands have died, and the health situation is said to be catastrophic.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Former President Trump has changed the plan. He will not testify today for a second time at the Trump Organization's civil trial in New York. Writing on Truth Social, he has nothing more to say. They did nothing wrong, and it's a rigged witch hunt.
New York Attorney General Letitia James responded with a statement saying, "We have already proven that he committed years of financial fraud." Trump is accused of inflating the values of his properties to get better loan rates. The AG is seeking $250 million in penalties and wants Trump banned from conducting real estate business in New York.
Fox's Jill Nato. Hunter Biden's lawyer is expected to file paperwork today in Delaware trying to get felony gun charges dismissed. America's listening to Fox News.
Why should the Federal Reserve have so much power over your IRA or 401k? Whether they create a new bubble with low interest rates or pop the last bubble with high interest rates, a group of unelected government officials has no business deciding your future. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and this is just one more reason why I recommend a physical gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group. Because precious metals are the best way to maintain your financial independence. And now you can hold gold inside of a tax-advantaged account. To learn more, text the word PROTECT to 989898, and my friends at Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold IRA company I trust, so text PROTECT to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 8:03. I'm Andrew Derminio. Right now, 34 degrees under cloudy skies here in Marcy. Winter weather advisory sticking around until 7 p.m. Your full forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. One person has died as a result of a home explosion in the city of Oneonta. The explosion occurred Saturday evening just before 5:30. And the Otsego County 911 Center began getting several calls. Officials say New York State Fire Prevention and Control, with the assistance of the Otsego County Sheriff's Office, have determined a human error led to the tragic accident at 18 Richards Avenue. Sheriff's officials say 60-year-old Desmond Moan perished in the incident. Several residents were impacted by the blast, and those who are in need of assistance can contact the Otsego County Office of Emergency Services. There is still a state of emergency in effect, and there will be no access to the impacted area until authorized by the town of Oneonta officials. One person is dead and another is being treated at the Wynn Hospital following a vehicle pedestrian accident in the city of Utica. Police say officers responded to the scene Friday night in the area of Hopper and Genesee Streets. Two people were struck by a vehicle traveling from Court Street across Genesee to Hopper. One person was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other was transported to Wynn Hospital, where they are still being treated. The details of the accident are still being investigated. Just as they have been for weeks, local drivers are paying less of their money to fill up at the gas pump. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular gas is now $3.56. That's down 4 cents in the last week and is also 11 cents cheaper than this time a month ago. Right now, the state average is $3.48 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.16. A brand new consumer protection law is now in effect across New York State. This legislation protects credit card holders from losing any credit card rewards that they've earned. Companies have to take action to protect consumers from losing points when any reward programs are either changed or terminated. That means from the day a company issues a notice of any changes, people will have 90 days to redeem those points. And the Powerball jackpot is still on the rise and now starting to approach the $500 million mark. The lucky lotto player who picks the winning numbers for tonight's drawing will receive at least $477 million. The last time someone correctly chose all 6 winning numbers was in October when a massive $1.7 billion prize was claimed. Tonight's drawing will be streamed live online at Powerball.com.
So there is a lottery, a lotto winner in Florida, and they won $44 million, and they still have not come forward. Florida must be one of those states where you have to come forward.
Yeah, or you can't remain anonymous.
Well, actually,
you'd want to come forward.
Everybody's got to come
Everybody's
forward.
got to come forward.
All
right?
states, you have to come forward. I'm going to imagine I've won the money. So
yeah, let me know if I win.
But there is a deadline. So after so long and you don't come forward, you lose the money. And they have until midnight tonight before the $44 million lottery ticket expires.
Well, you'd hate to have it be a situation where somebody was so
Threw it
excited
away.
that they threw it away, or they said, "I won," and then they
There was a guy.
had a heart attack.
There was a guy I saw on I guess it must have been a TV show, and he worked at a gas station, convenience store, and he would go through the garbage, and won on a regular basis from people throwing tickets away that they thought were losers, but they really were winning tickets. I found a ticket that was $50.
Wow, you were digging through the trash.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. No, I was going through my nightstand, and I completely forgot it, and it had expired.
Oh man!
Yep. So
scratch-offs in New York,
Yep.
they expire.
Yep. Yes, they do, Andrew.
artists.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
How about a forecast? What do you have?
Sure, it's according to Eyewitness News Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint, brought to you by Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. We have a winter weather advisory sticking around until 7 p.m. For today, we'll see rain and snow turn to all snow possibly today, highs in the mid to upper 30s. Chance of snow continues overnight, cloudy with lows in the mid-20s. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. Highs will be in the lower 40s. Right now, it's 35 and cloudy at 8:08. Sports brought to you by Home and Hospital Medical Supplies and Service, carrying a wide selection of home medical equipment. Call them at 315-724-6767, or you can visit them online at H&HMedicalNY.com. The Buffalo Bills remain in the hunt for the playoffs after picking up a big win over the defending Super Bowl champions. Bills quarterback Josh Allen threw a touchdown and also rushed for one as the Bills topped the Kansas City Chiefs 20-17 at Arrowhead. Buffalo now has a record this year of 7 wins and 6 losses. Their game next Sunday will be a tough one, but they'll be at home against the Dallas Cowboys. How about that push of Josh Allen into the end zone? That was that rushing touchdown.
A lot of that, to be honest with you, came from Josh Allen's own legs. The guy is tough to bring down.
He is.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, we'll give you a few more.
They call that, there's the tush push, they call that the Allen Schmallen. That's what it's called.
Are you going to trademark that? You have to.
Yeah, I think we will.
Dak Prescott threw for 271 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Cowboys defeated the Eagles 33-13 on Sunday Night Football, which you heard right here on WIBX.
You're not going to talk about Mahomes crying like a baby?
Oh, yeah, well,
I will give him credit. He did come and he did go to the center of the field and
talk to Josh
shook
Allen.
Josh Allen's hand.
Briefly shook McDermott's hand and moved right on.
Yeah.
But he, again, he has every right to be. He lost 2 close games. One to my Green Bay Packers, one to your Buffalo Bills, and they're not the team they were a year ago.
Over the weekend, SNL over the weekend did address the McDermott thing.
Oh yeah,
they did a bit on. Did you see it, Davey?
Yeah,
they did a bit on it.
Oh, interesting.
It was, it's funny. As funny as funny is.
Yeah, so it was
SNL.
a crazy Week 14, and it will conclude tonight with a doubleheader for Monday Night Football. The Dolphins will take on the Tennessee Titans.
Watch this. We're covering the Dolphins game tonight. We have the Dolphins game on Monday Night Football.
Perfect.
What's that?
No, we're not.
Yeah, it's the Dolphins.
No, we're not. We're not carrying the Dolphins and Titans. We're going Green Bay and the Giants.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm wrong.
You stand corrected.
I am incorrect. Thank you, Davey.
What else
Want me
do
to
we
show
have
you
here?
proof?
No,
Well,
it's okay.
Yes, I want to see proof.
What else do we have? So, as Smitty mentioned, we will be carrying the Green Bay Giants game here on Monday Night Football right here on WIBX.
And Davey was at the Odd on Saturday night and saw it all as the WWE came to town.
It was a sold-out crowd.
Yeah, it was a good crowd. It's probably one of the best house shows they've had in Utica in the year.
And you would know that.
Yeah.
Who was the big winner?
Well, they had a main event with Shinsuke Nakamura against Seth Rollins. Of course, Seth Rollins won.
Yeah. He always wins.
And then the biggest pop was for Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. The crowd went nuts.
All right, very cool.
But it was fun all the way around.
All the way around. Great night at the Adirondack Bank Center.
So, real quick, I was strolling on my phone. I was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Jim didn't go with me because he was sick, and my other friend went with me.
Okay.
So I was strolling on my phone, and I was showing the guy sitting next to me. He says, "Whoa, you meet a lot of wrestlers." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, you do.
I do. I love it.
Yeah, and you mingle. I mean, you oftentimes have pictures with them and all of that stuff.
I said I go to conventions.
Yeah.
I travel to see them.
Davey is the man. You want to know anything about wrestling, he'll tell you all about it.
I'll try my best, but I'm not the man.
You know who's really good at that, too, is Don Leibel. Don knows his stuff and actually traveled with many of the wrestlers back in the day.
Jimmy Fallon also is a big wrestling
Jimmy Fallon's a big wrestling fan, which is why I think Jimmy and Davey connect as well as they do, right?
Yes.
Okay, Andrew, what do you
Lightning
have?
round to finish it up here. The Jets beat the Houston Texans in a shocker. It was a scoreless game, as you said, for a while, but then the Gang Green really stepped up. Zach Wilson
Big
scored
win. Big
301
offensive
yards.
push for in the third and fourth quarters.
Yep. Zach Wilson led the way with 301 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, as the Jets beat the Texans 30-6. The Comets won 3 over the weekend. Unfortunately, Utica men's Pioneers losing 1, and that is your...
That's that tough rivalry, Division I Oswego.
Yeah.
Davey, what do you have?
How would you like to be working for CBS for that snore game, Vegas and the Vikings?
Yeah, 3-0. Wow.
Of course, the Vikings had to pull it out.
That was the lowest scoring game in how long? It's been a long time.
07, I think?
Yeah. Let me go to Bill on line 3. Hello, Bill. Good morning.
Good morning, William.
Good morning. What do you have?
Well, as far as the wrestling goes, when I was a young pup, we used to have Haystacks Calhoun.
Okay.
Dominic Danucci.
I remember Dominic. Yep, I remember him. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm doing a party tonight in Oswego for Toys for Tots.
Nice.
It's at La Prilla restaurant, and just wondering if we can get people to come out and support.
So, but you're going to be in Oswego?
Yes, ma'am, sir.
Okay, yes, sir. That's a
yes, ma'am.
That's a trip. That's a, I don't know what you're thinking.
I was sipping my coffee.
I bet.
A little Bailey's. No, I'm kidding.
That's a trip and a half. But, yeah, people come out. They'll see you out there in Oswego.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out there quite a bit. I like going out there.
Nice. It's cold. The wind off the lake is pretty chilly.
It is, but it's worth it for the kids. Come on out and support Toys for Tots.
You're absolutely right. All right, good stuff, Bill. Thank you, man.
Thank you, William.
Safe travels. We'll break. Coming up, we'll speak with the sheriff in Oneonta regarding that house explosion that occurred over there over the weekend. Just a really quite horrific, and it caused damage to other properties nearby. We'll get into all of it coming up at WIBX.
Go green and save green right now at City Suburban. There has never been a better way to heat and cool your home than with a new Mitsubishi electric heat pump system from City Suburban. They provide energy-efficient comfort year-round, are whisper quiet, 40% more efficient than conventional systems, and offer room-by-room temperature control. And the best part is right now you can save up to $9,000 in rebates with the New York State Clean Heat Program while funds are available. Go green and make the switch today. And as always, receive City Suburban's POMG. That's peace of mind guarantee.
This is Chris from City Suburban on Route 233 in Westmoreland. There has never been a better time to upgrade your system than right now. You can save up to $9,000 with New York State clean heat rebates and make your home more comfortable and efficient for years to come. Call us today at 853-3899. That's 853-3899. Or visit us at citysuburban.com.
Mohawk Valley FCU is giving you even more reasons to become a member and save money with their early fuel loan program. If you use alternative heating such as propane, heating fuel, pellets, or wood, you can receive up to $2,000 subject to credit approval for 12 months. Stock up now for the upcoming heating season and save with Mohawk Valley FCU. Just one of the many benefits Mohawk Valley FCU has to offer. Visit mohawkvalleyfcu.org for more info. Mohawk Valley FCU, member focused, member driven, federally insured by NCUSIF.
The Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida Counties is your community foundation. Together, we've invested $125 million in the community, thanks to people, families, and businesses that want to give back and build a brighter future. And you don't have to have big bucks to make a big difference. Join us as we invest in the future of our community. Learn more about your community foundation at foundationhoc.org.
Oriskany Garage, a locally owned auto repair shop, is consistently selected best auto repair shop in the Utica area year after year. Google search Oriskany Garage to see what our customers are saying. Come and see us for friendly professional service. For all of your auto repair needs, brakes, tires, funny noises, warning lights, come experience friendly professional service at Oriskany Garage down the street from Utica University or online at ogtire.com. Come on and say it with me and make the noise. ogtire.com.
Oneida County Office of Continuing Care has immediate openings for program nurses, starting at over $55,000. Nurses work a 35-hour week conducting patient screenings and home health assessments. Join our team and make a difference. Apply today at OneidaCountyJobs.com. That's OneidaCountyJobs.com.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511. Morning Kick.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Boy, I'm going to get right on that text message and get some of that morning kick. What the hell? I will tell you something real, and that is Omni Surgery Center. If you have pain, neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, there's help out there. We witnessed this with my dad, who had excruciating, debilitating pain for close to 6 months. And we went to the Omni Surgery Center with Dr. Hyder, and it was a godsend. You can call today at 315-765-8448 or visit their website, kiltpain.com. 315-765-8448 or kiltpain.com. It's the Omni Surgery Center with Dr. Hyder. You don't have to live with the pain, where modern technology meets cutting-edge surgery. The Omni Surgery Center.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Get a chance to see some of the pictures and video that came out of Oneida from over the weekend. A house explosion. It affected several other residents It's believed, I believe the person inside the home deceased. Is that
That is correct.
What we know so far. But they're saying this may have been caused by an error, human error. And on the line right now is the Otsego County Sheriff, Richard Devlin. Sheriff, good morning. Thanks so much for coming on.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. This was when these house explosions happen, it just rocks an entire neighborhood and causes damage throughout, and oftentimes it does not end well. What do we know about this one?
Yeah, we had a call on December 9th at about 5:28 to our 911 center regarding this. When the units arrived on the scene, they found one residential structure that was leveled, heavy damage to two and one on fire. Since then, we've identified multiple residences that have damage. The extent of the damage is still being evaluated. But right now, we get about a 3-square block area that the town has initiated a state of emergency. And, again, residences are being surveyed as the extent of the damage.
Wow. Do we? The report says human error. Was this a natural gas leak? What do we know? Have you been able to figure out what caused it?
Yeah, at this point, it was a natural gas incident. The incident was caused by the resident in the affected structure. That subject is deceased. We haven't released information as to the sequence of events of what occurred, but we have listed as accidental by human error.
Boy, I got to say, this is a lesson for all, right, when it comes to natural gas.
Yeah, natural gas is nothing to mess with. So it's very sad. At any time, it's sad, but being 2 weeks before Christmas, people are being displaced and their lives uprooted. So there's a lot of support from the community right now, which is needed. So we're hopeful those people will get the resources they need to continue.
Okay, so how many houses have been damaged by this explosion?
I know of 3 that are inhabitable, and then I don't have a total number, but there's houses that have the windows blown out, cracked sheetrock, foundation cracks, things of that nature. They have to be evaluated to see the extent of the structure damage.
Wow, boy, that is just.
You said a 3-block radius where the town has declared a state of emergency due to what? Evaluation of the structures?
Evaluation, and NICEAG is also in the area checking their lines to be sure there's no damage to their lines as a result of this event.
Yeah, wow. Okay, Sheriff, we appreciate the update. And again, it's heating season. It is so important for people to, if you smell something, get out of the house. Don't turn on a light. Don't, just get out of the house, right? I mean, that's...
Correct. Call professional and get out of the residence.
And, I've often seen this happen where National Grid will come in. You don't really smell it, but there's a small leak, and National Grid will shut everything down. And people, what am I supposed to do? The alternative could be something like this. That's why you have to take these things seriously.
Take them seriously and take precautions. And most of the utilities have something on their website that gives you directions on who to call, how to call, and if you smell something, what to do. So,
all right.
So education is key.
Sheriff Richard Devlin, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, you have a good day. Thank you.
You do the same. I mentioned National Grid because that's what we they don't have.
They have NICEAG out there.
National Grid down there, but still, when your utility comes in, and we actually had this. We had an underground line that there was some leakage happening, and they shut down the entire house. So that was at the winter. So what do? You have to leave the home, and you got to make sure your water's shut off, and it can cause a real inconvenience. But then you compare inconvenience, Andrew, to what occurred over the weekend, and you would welcome the inconvenience.
100%. And, the odor that you're smelling in your gas line, I think, is actually put in by the producer because natural
It
gas
is,
is
yeah.
odorless. So they do put in that whatever that smell is, they insert it into the gas so that you know if there is a leak.
It's a pretty distinguishable smell. You should know the odor, and if you're smelling that, just beware. WIBX's Keeler Show presenting the 2023 Christmas Extravaganza coming up, and it happens a week from this Friday, December 22nd, from 6 a.m. until 12 noon. Music, celebrities, local leaders, and kids, adults, and more. It's a modern-day holiday variety show, perfect for the holiday season, and it's right from our studios here in Marcy. Sponsored by the historic Stanley Theater. Get your tickets for Tony Danza coming to the Stanley in January. And also sponsored by It's a Utica Thing, kitchen and bar located in the Big Lots Plaza in North Utica. Now open for lunch Tuesday through Sunday with amazing foods, great stuff. And, 2 for Tuesdays is back with their full-size pizzas. 2 for Tuesday at It's a Utica Thing. And for catering, there's no better than you're going to get with It's a Utica Thing. All those Italian favorites, perfect for your holiday party. And visit them today. Happy hour every day. Well, today they're closed, Mondays. But open Tuesday through Sundays. It's a Utica Thing, kitchen and bar in North Utica. The Keeler Christmas Extravaganza is Friday, December 22nd, 6 until noon, right here, WIBX 950, 106.9 FM, the app, WIBX 950 app, or on YouTube. You can check it all out, streamed live in high definition. And that was Scott. We lost him. You have to grab him back there, Davey. We'll break and come back 8:27 at WIBX.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Brace yourself for the ultimate holiday deal with Consumer Cellular. Snag an incredible 50% off the Iris Flip when you buy before December 17th, making it only $34.50. The Iris Flip is all the phone and camera you need with a user-friendly design, the perfect flip phone companion. Plus, you'll get nationwide coverage and always free activation. Score 50% off when you use promo code RADIO50. Head over to consumercellular.com and use promo code RADIO50 during checkout to score this deal.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope, and they're fun.
Fun isn't hard.
Right. Babbel's interactive lessons, podcasts, games, and more make it fun and engaging, so you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life. You can choose from topics like travel, business, relationships, and more. You'll learn what matters most to you. Plus, Babbel's lessons are designed to get you speaking right away. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations.
Just 3 weeks? Even better.
Since Babbel's lessons are designed by language experts and voiced by real native speakers, you'll get the accents just right and be able to carry on conversations with confidence.
Learning a language with Babbel doesn't take long. And with Babbel, it isn't hard. It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Hey, New York Sash is known for high-quality products with high energy savings, but once a year, they go above and beyond with window discounts. And we're talking about the great, this is a trivia question, Andrew. It's the great, which sale?
The great, for New York Sash?
Buy 2 windows, get one free. You had it, Davey.
Yeah, but you could also do
you nailed it.
4, get 2 free.
You could.
Buy 6 and get 6 free.
Well, you wouldn't get 6 free if you buy 6. Everybody be buying 6. It's like, I want to buy 6. But if you buy 6, you get 3 free. I mean, and there's no limit to the savings. That's the message here. They kicked it off early this year. It's going on right now. For every 2 windows you purchase, you'll get a 3rd absolutely free. Buy 4, get 2 free, et cetera, et cetera. The New York Sash family has the highest quality windows you'll find in upstate New York. we know at our home we have the New York Sash windows, and it completely transformed our home. Not just by saving money, but also the look. We added the grids inside and out. They're raised grids, not the ones that go through the windows. You can get those too, but there are many different options. Top-notch installation as well. There are people doing an incredible job. And the windows are backed by a lifetime warranty. If you've been putting off your window project, now's the time to get going. So stop into the New York Sash showroom to check out the windows for yourself. 349 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, or visit NewYorkSash.com. Take advantage of buy two New York Sash windows, get one free right now from New York Sash.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All righty, it's 8:30 in the morning. What a weekend of sports. The Comets had a great weekend. They beat Syracuse yesterday. They won Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The UC Pioneers had an off night with Oswego, but it goes further. If you're, I believe the New York team's all successful.
Jets, Bills,
we'll
and
see
we'll
about
see
the
about
Giants tonight.
Hopefully they won't be.
And Syracuse looked really, really good on Saturday against Georgetown. Last thing I think I said to Scott in Kirkville was Syracuse is going to get blown out by Georgetown. And Scott was absolutely correct. It didn't happen. They look good from start to finish. Scott in Kirkville, good morning.
Yeah, it's that type of year. There isn't a super team out there. And, I mean, Duke's lost 3 times. Purdue has lost when they were number one. Kansas has lost when they're number one. Kentucky lost to somebody. I forgot who they lost to. And Georgia Tech actually beat Duke this year, which you can tell that the ACC is going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
and Syracuse has the talent and has the length. I remember when in the Maui Classic, the two things I remember Bill Walton was doing he's Mr. West. He's never, I thought, left the West. But the two statements he made when he's out in Hawaii is, A, he knows where the Turning Stone Casino is, so I assume he's been up here.
Yeah.
He said he stuck his head in when Syracuse was practicing. They thought it was an NBA team because of the length, the size.
I got to tell you, they're actually the one guy, what's his name? He's the tallest ever Syracuse player.
7'5", and then we got the backup that we've been talking about that was a transfer from Duquesne last year. He got in and played well, so it's I think they're going to get better because they're younger.
Yeah.
Now I understand. First of all, I actually miss a lot of your callers. I mean, I like the Festian and Michigan State Kathy and Wayne's World, and of course Chuck Lester. I hope he runs for public office again because I think he's must hear radio.
Oh yes, must hear radio.
But I understand Michigan State Kathy was interested in Michigan State information, and they were ranked in the top 5 to start the season.
Yep.
Unfortunately, they haven't done well. They're 4-5. Just lost to Nebraska on Sunday. First time they've lost in 11 outings to Nebraska. But they're 0-2 in conference, first time since 2020. But that Izzo is a type of guy that you got to look out because their teams get better as season goes along.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Kathy, if you're listening, if you want to watch them, they're on Fox this Saturday against Baylor, another top 10 team. So
I'll ask you, Scott. I think you're going to see this Syracuse team be in the top 25.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, not that matters all that much, but there are a couple more wins, good wins under their belt. This team is fun to watch.
Yeah, no, they are. In fact, this goes back to Coach Boeheim's early years. I go all the way back. I saw him when he started in '76, and they ran and they pressed and they played man to man. I think people got the misnomer if he came on late that he was strictly a 2-3 zone guy. No, basically that started in '96 when they went to the Final Four and lost to Kentucky. But they were in your face, full court press. Didn't matter size or type of team he had. They just that's the way they played.
Exactly, you're describing what made it fun to watch. All of a sudden, and this really threw Georgetown off and resulted in turnovers. All of a sudden, they're playing man to man, and bang, they switched to zone defense, and it completely affected Georgetown, and I think it'll affect other teams this year. This is a and they're fast, they're in shape. This is a fun team to watch. It was a great game to watch on Saturday.
And interesting, they're playing Sunday up in South Dakota against Oregon.
Yeah.
That was actually an add-on game because they're worried about their non-conference strength. Because what happened last year with the ACC, they didn't have all the teams. They have great non-conference, and it hurt them at the end because you rank the conferences, and sometimes that's how many teams you take out of it. So all these teams started adding on tougher opponents, and they added on Oregon. Now, Oregon, what I've seen them twice, do not look that great compared to other Oregon teams in the past. So it should be a good another win, and I think that's it for the non-conference. Then we start the ACC, and like I said, Duke's lost 3 games. Carolina's lost 2. Miami got clobbered by Colorado yesterday, and they were probably the best team money could buy in the ACC. Remember, they went to the Final Four last year.
Yeah.
And so it's wide open. I feel real comfortable they're going to make the tournament, and I don't think they're going to be on the bubble.
I love it. Be a real plus to have a competitive season. So, all right, good stuff, Scott.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Oh, by the way, I put in a bid on a house 3 miles closer, but the contingency if I can get your radio show in the morning. So
all right.
Let's see if that goes through.
I hope it does. All right. Good luck.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Scott and Kirkville.
I do have a comment I want to get to from Lance and Lee. I apologize. I did not see this when we were talking to the sheriff. But Lance says, Andrew, just a question for the sheriff. While I think what Mr. Decker does should be handled by the police, when was the last time local law enforcement actually performed one of these stings? I follow local news closely and don't recall seeing anything.
There was one just the other. There was, I don't know if it was a sting, but there was a one just recently where people were arrested for that. And I believe it was a sting. I'm not saying it was in Oneida County, but it was here in the region. There was just recently a story.
Also, Darlene in Sequoit.
Hello, Darlene.
Yeah, Mahomes shook his hand and said that was a effing bad call, no nice game, like it was Josh's fault. Welcome to our world, Patty.
I agree. What a baby.
I can't believe I didn't realize that he said that to Josh Allen.
I didn't realize that either. And you know what? What a baby. Spoiled brat is what. I mean, this is insulting to babies.
Yes.
Spoiled brat. A spoiled brat. And you know what? She's right. Welcome to our world. This is what we deal with. That Bills Eagles game was just a disaster. And you know, how did Josh Allen handle that game? How did he handle that? You walked off, and you know what? When questions were asked about the officials, yeah, you know what? We had plenty of opportunities to win. We should have won that game.
Yeah, against the
That's
Eagles.
class.
Yeah.
And Mahomes yesterday, not class whatsoever. A poor example, a perfect example of how we want our kids not to act.
I mean, you're supposed to be the leader of the team.
Yeah,
you're
give me a
supposed to
break.
keep your composure. You're throwing your helmet. You're screaming at the officials from the sidelines. Just pathetic.
What a baby. Mike,
I got one more from Dick and Deerfield.
Mike says Taylor Swift should do a remake of the Janis Joplin song Cry Baby. Well, I got to tell you, you didn't see Kelsey acting that way.
No. Well, because that we don't know of. I mean, the camera was on Mahomes.
Yeah,
throwing a fit the whole
throwing
time.
a temper tantrum.
Dick and Deerfield, see the website DrakeCameronDecker.com and a NJ.com story from August 14th, 2022 for background on his extensive criminal history in Florida and his money-generating YouTube operation. This person and the whole vigilante topic are really beneath your show's standards for information and entertainment.
All I can tell you is there are several of these groups out there doing this vigilante type stuff where they're reaching out, they go online, and they're luring in people who may or may not be looking to hook up with underage kids. And while I think that is despicable and horrific, I will just reiterate what we said before, and I told Cameron Decker when he was on the air. It is problematic. I worry that they're not trained to be able to handle situations like this. The DA's concern is not trained to handle. It could be dangerous. But beyond that, that they don't know necessarily how to carry out a case that can actually stick in court. So I'm uncomfortable with the whole thing personally, but that's just me. And then one more from Mike this morning. The real dangerous heating fuel to deal with is propane because it's heavier than air. You can be knee deep in the stuff and not even realize it. Boy, it's heating season out there, folks. Be careful.
Make sure you have your carbon monoxide detectors on, too. That's another thing that can be really dangerous.
They're $30, $40. It's a great investment. It could save your life and, family members' lives. Lucy on the line right now, line 1. Good morning, Lucy.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
Lucia, good morning.
Good to hear from you.
Good morning. Nice to hear your voice. I wanted to tell you, last night I was at Tiny.
Yes.
It was the last time that they played the jazz there. It's closed now.
So Tiny's has a
time.
long history of jazz.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what you did is for Tiny, you send someone there. I remember when I was with you.
Yeah.
You sent somebody to put back the Blues Brothers.
Right. The Blues Brothers were stolen. Remember that at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you do? You found them, and then you made sure that they went up. You did it, yeah.
Those were the old
So I was
days,
there.
crazy days.
Yeah. And I was, but not crazy days.
Well,
I mean,
they were
you did
great
some
days.
stuff that was silly,
Yeah.
but beautiful. People
Yeah.
laugh. You make
Yeah.
people happy. I mean, it was what it was.
And
but it was done, come on,
And Lucy, you were a part of our show back then. You were
Yeah, you're the best.
You were doing great stuff back in those days. It was
And
awesome.
listen, for people to criticize, I said, no, Keeler is the number one, and nobody can top it.
Well, there
is
you go.
Nobody.
I love it.
Bill, you're amazing. And then nothing goes on. It's all you have a show to die for, always.
Well,
You're
thank you,
brilliant.
Lucy. That
You're
is
the best.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful of you to say.
So-
Thank you very much.
Well, I say because I said it. I always thought of that. I always knew that, literally, without. So I would live with somebody. Who would
Can I-
say, "Oh, this, and give me a break. Try
Yeah.
to do it. See what you can do. You can even do it for 2 seconds.
Can I ask you? Last night at Tiny's, did she have her Nutcracker collection up? No.
No, I think it should give it to
Oh.
review. That's what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
I have not been there.
She
lately.
had-
I did a
yeah.
fundraiser one time for my friend Donna Elefante there. They lady Giras is so very nice.
Yeah.
Joanne.
You know,
Very nice.
Joanne Gerace, she, I believe back in the day, Chuck Mangione may have played there. I mean,
Yeah, they said
legends.
their name.
Yeah.
I met someone who was a very fine musician there in jazz, and I didn't know who he was. You know how it goes
Yeah,
with me,
yeah.
right? So I didn't know about the guy, and we became friends with my family, with my husband, with me, my children, Yeah.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
also, last night there were a lot of people that play around here jazz. They're phenomenal. Wow.
Great talent.
But I went to the concert in Mount Carmel. There was a beautiful concert there, for Christmas.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
nice.
they invited everybody to go there. And I wasn't going to go. I didn't even know I was going to go to the concert in Mount Carmel, but I did. It was crazy. I was at the college, at Emerson College, and then they said go, so I went. And that's how the whole thing happened. But it was really,
Love
really
it.
nice,
All right. Well, a legendary place. It's sad to see it
Yeah,
go
right,
by the
right,
wayside.
right.
Yeah. All right,
Bill,
Lucia.
maybe you should have bought it.
Well,
and continue.
maybe we did. Nobody knows yet. You
Hey,
just don't know.
yeah.
You don't
We'll
know.
find out, right,
All right,
Bill? Yeah,
All right,
we'll find
Lucy.
out.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Have
Bye.
a great day. Lucia. Davey?
Joanne moved them nutcrackers to the Oneida County Historical Society.
Oh,
so they're
she
on
did.
display there until after the new year.
Okay, very nice. She had a hell of a collection.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Line 2, stand by. I'll get to you in a second. Dave, let them know that, Dave, because they don't know who line 2 is. We're looking at a lot of focus on college campuses right now over this Israeli-Hamas situation and anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, just a lot of racism on college campuses right now that is very problematic. But even more so is the problem of opioids. You think it hits communities, it hits college campuses as well. And colleges are trying to combat the fentanyl crisis like the rest of communities around the country. Dave Bean comes to us via Fox News Radio. Dave, this is a major, major problem. It's a killer. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good. What do we know? This is a real problem on our campuses today.
Let me take it right from the top. So there's 5 things that we cannot control as U.S. citizens. We can't control China, where fentanyl is made. We can't control India, where it's transported to Mexico. We can't control Mexico, where they turn it into a powdered substance to put into drugs. We certainly can't control the border, but the biggest issue that's affecting college kids, high school kids, even junior high kids, is the dark web.
Yeah.
The dark web is a place where kids can buy what I call recreational drugs, fun drugs, Xanax, ecstasy, Percocet. What the kids don't know when they're buying this stuff is that it could be laced with fentanyl. And the reason the drug dealers are doing that is to give that drug a better high, a better response, so that they could then get that person to come back and be a customer and buy it again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's totally unregulated. They're not looking out for their consumer. Quite frankly, they don't care. And as a result, a nice kid in suburbia, wherever USA, can get this stuff delivered to their college campus or to their parents' house and take it out on a Friday night thinking they're cool, hanging out with their buddies, and end up dead. So it's a big problem.
You know, it's there was a story just recently on network news in the evening of a story of a young boy, teenage boy, well behaved, saw an opportunity online. Again, a recreational drug, thought it was going to be something that was just a one-time thing, and it was laced with fentanyl. His parents, and you know, it's funny because we have Narcan, for instance, and Narcan can save lives. It absolutely can. But when your kid goes to bed at night, and maybe you can talk to this, Dave. Are you in checking on your teenage kid every hour or every? I mean, you're not. You won't see that child till the next morning. By then, Narcan, it would be too late.
So this book we wrote, which is really an interactive playbook, I'm the father of 5 kids, and I luckily have gotten through that parenting phase without any of these major problems.
Yeah.
This is a serious guide for families of how to get more involved with their kids' lives so that doesn't happen to them. And by the way, we're offering it totally free to your audience today. When we get done, I'm going to give my email address to your production team. They can get it. And there's 10 strategies in there for parents to turn apathy into tough love. I hate to use those words, but that's the only way out. Because if parents don't get involved, the drug dealers will.
They will. And, you know, there's another thing that is a problem. You see this on the college campuses, is Adderall. And there is currently, to make matters worse, there's currently a major shortage of those drugs today. So you're prescribed Adderall. Now all of a sudden you can't get it. You're feeling withdrawal. And what do? You turn to the dark web to be able to find this stuff. You get a hold of these pills. You do not know what you're getting. That's the problem.
No, and that's the DEA we do training with the DEA, by the way, and they have a great slogan, but it's got to be more than a slogan. Their slogan is "One pill can kill," right? Mm-hmm. And their whole point is exactly what you just nailed it. You just nailed exactly what the problem is. Those kids get anxiety when they can't get their Adderall, and what's the easiest thing to do? It's easier to take a pill than sit out and drink, a half a bottle of Jack Daniels that night.
Right.
So it gets back to the family. It really does. That's the only hope we got is somehow those family members. It doesn't have to be the direct parents. It could be an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, someone who has communication value with those kids, to get through to them and say, hey, this is not acceptable. We can't do this. We have one of the steps. It's called drug amnesty, so that a kid can feel free to talk to their parents without fear of losing their college tuition or their finances or anything else like that. We've got to get back to where kids can talk to their parents freely, and the parents can become an asset instead of an enemy. Yeah. And that's how a lot of college kids view their parents. And we got to change that. And they're our last chance. Yeah. Because the government is not going to do it for us. They've proven that.
Okay, Dave, and you're offering this book. It's called Fighting Fentanyl Playbook for Families.
That's it.
And you're offering it for free. What is the best way for people to reach out to you?
Well, I can give it to you on the air and on your website. So I'll give you my email address. I'm cool with that. Dr. Bean, Bean, like soybean, 428 at msn.com.
All right.
And we'll send them a download, an ebook, which is really good because it's interactive. It's designed to get the family involved. It's not just a lecture tool. It's interactive. It's designed for parents to come up with a plan to communicate with their kids. By the way, it should start at junior high.
Yeah.
By the time they get to college, there's a good chance they may have lost that opportunity.
Yep.
So,
all right, Dave. I'm going to give you to Davey, and he'll take down that address again, and we'll provide it to our listeners off our website later today as well. And we appreciate what you're doing out there. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me this morning. We appreciate it.
Stand by. Davey, if you can grab him and get that email address, we'll make sure that goes up on our website. But it's a big deal, right?
Yeah. It's a very serious issue.
And, Narcan can do so much. But are you in your kid's bedroom every night checking? They'll wake up the next morning, and it'll be, gee, so-and-so's not up yet. Let me go upstairs and get him up. And by then, it's too late. Narcan wouldn't work for that. Do you need me to take a break here?
Quick one.
Okay. Quick break. We'll come back. I'll take phone calls.
And we do have
Lines are loaded up, 315-736-0186. I'll take your calls, your comments, all of that, as we wrap up Monday morning at WIBX.
Need new tires for winter? Then visit Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair today. Now through December 14th, save up to $70 instantly when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone, Blizzak, or Firestone Winter Force tires. Save up to $100 instantly when you use your CFNA credit card. Tolman's Tire and Auto Repair located in South Utica, Yorkville, Rome, Herkimer, and downtown Utica. And online at tolmanstire.com. Offer valid November 15th to December 14th, 2023. Cannot be combined with other offers. See store for details, subject to credit approval.
Always wanted to try a purple mattress at Mattress Express? On any Rejuvenate King or Queen set, get a 75-inch flat-screen TV, 10 different purple mattresses on display. No one else in New York State has all the brands under one roof that Mattress Express has.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information for families that have disabled children to protect the child and to ensure your future wishes are met. So if you have a disabled child, you need to provide them with what's called a special needs trust. This trust allows them to receive an inheritance from you, but also allows them to keep any governmental benefits that they are receiving. It is critically important that if they have an inheritance coming, that they not lose their benefits. Unmarried couples should be aware of important steps they need to take with their estate planning. If a partner dies and does not leave a will, the surviving partner will not likely receive any of the assets from the deceased partner. This can create a lot of problems in the future and must be resolved utilizing a will or a trust. To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
Hey, right now, Ricky Z and Steve Ponte Mazda's Season of Inspiration sales event is going on as we speak. I spoke with Rick yesterday. You know, he plays an amazing keyboard. He does an incredible Billy Joel routine where he has the piano down exactly. It's unbelievable. Enjoy 0% APR financing up to 60 months on all new 2024 Mazda CX-5s. It's Mazda's way of saying thank you for an incredibly successful year. And they've increased their inventory as well, so take advantage of Mazda's 0% special offer. See Steve Ponte Mazda for details. As Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda from the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction. Where it's easy to do business at Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, we'll take any phone calls you might have, 315-736-0186. We'll have comments as well we'll get into. Mike this morning says a couple of big drugs that are being sold counterfeit are Adderall and Ritalin. School kids are taking this stuff thinking it's going to help them study and help them in school, when in reality they're getting it off the black market, and it turns out to be laced with fentanyl. It could be a killer. We had a caller earlier this morning on Varick Street where the complaint is that the lights in the city-owned parking lot are out, causing for a dangerous situation over there at night, especially as the bars are closing up. Roger on the line right now. Roger, good morning.
Yes, I see it bothered somebody there were no lights in the parking lot. What gets me is that they'll rob you on Barrett Street in broad daylight if necessary. I mean, you think lights are going to deter any crime?
Well,
and if someone's cashing out big cash on Barrett Street, I'm sure they got armed bodyguards, and they're stupid not to.
Yeah, you better. You're right. If you're carrying
out of your mind,
you're carrying cash out of there at night. You want to not be alone. That's for darn sure. I agree.
That's right, and no lights are going to deter
Yep.
anything. And someone got killed on Barrett Street. The lights didn't matter. Them lights they have out there now are more for cosmetic, and so you don't get hit by a car. I'd say some drunk coming up the street running you over. Lights don't deter crime nowadays with these nitwits out there.
Yep. Okay.
I think it'd provide more light for them to rob you.
Roger, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
He brings up a good point.
Those lights do look good, though. We were down by the brewery, down at the brewery for their Prohibition party on Friday night, and the lights look really nice.
Mike says, I saw Andrew's River Hills commercial over the weekend. He did a nice job.
Thank you, Michael.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
And Katie Aiello on the line right now. Katie, good morning.
Well, hello, Bill.
You sound so different today.
I know. What, you got a cold or something there?
Yeah. Wow.
And hello, Andrew, and hello, Davey.
Hello, Stefan.
All right, so what's up, Stefan? I'm almost out of time here, believe it or not. Can you imagine?
Well, Friday I was at the Comets game, and I was on the big board for my birthday
Nice.
on Friday. And Saturday, there was a little birthday party for me.
Yeah, and I'm told that one of the members of our crew was actually on site for that birthday party.
Yes. Yep.
Who was it?
It was Davey,
Oh.
and thank you for coming.
There you go, Davey.
Sorry I
Nice.
wasn't able to make it there,
Yeah.
Stefan.
Thank you for having me, Stefan.
You're welcome.
I don't do parties. You know, they never end well for me. Never, ever end well for me. I don't know what it is. You know, our holiday party is on Friday.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Week from Friday.
No, our holiday party.
For Town Square Media.
Town Square party.
Oh, okay.
Is Friday, and then a week from Friday is our annual Christmas show. So, yeah, that'll be good. All right, cool. All right, Stefan, have a wonderful day. I mean, Katie, have a wonderful day.
And that was a penalty at the end of the Chiefs-Bills game.
Do you think Mahomes was actually? You think that was a roughing the passer?
I think that Tooney was over the
He was,
line.
And the video footage
offside.
Yeah.
The video footage that Smitty showed me during the break with Mahomes continuing to cry and moan and complain.
It's
And he
terrible.
said to Josh Allen, offensive offsides was the worst call ever. Dude, your dude was lined up in the neutral zone. There's no question about it.
Listen, and the flag was thrown before Kelsey ever caught the ball.
Yeah.
So it's not like the ref is like, oh, they're going to run it in. Let me call a penalty. The call came before. That should not happen.
Nope.
If you talk to anybody who really knows the game, that penalty should not have occurred. So there you go, cry baby. Okay, Stefan, thank
thanks,
you.
buddy.
Bye, Bill.
Go Giants! Your Giants are playing the Andrews Packers tonight.
Yes, go Giants.
Okay. Are you still a Giants fan, or are you a Bills fan these days?
Well, I like to root for both,
Okay.
but I'm more of a Giants
All
fan.
right. Say goodbye. All right, Andrew, what do you have?
Really quickly from Lance and
Thank
Lee,
you.
I don't believe Oneida or Herkimer counties have had any published arrests for crimes Decker seeks out. Maybe they should step up their operations. We'll talk to Mayshall about it.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that they have any. That they have prosecuted any of Decker's cases. I did not say that. But I don't know why you couldn't be. Why I'm off base when I say I'm a little nervous about this. I've watched these videos. Somebody's going to pull out a gun. Somebody's going to get shot. It could be Decker. It could be an innocent
bystander.
bystander. I mean, we'll talk with Sheriff Mayfield about this more tomorrow. I got to go. Back tomorrow. Enjoy your day. WIBX Utica Rome. It's 9 o'clock.
He won't be speaking out from outside the courtroom later this hour. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Instead, former President Trump changed his mind. He'll not take the witness stand again, defending the Trump Organization on trial in New York. Here's Fox's Jill Nato.
The former president said he's decided against testifying for a second time at his civil fraud trial. He posted online that he very successfully and conclusively testified last month, and there's no need for him to do it again. He also said, I and my very successful company did nothing wrong.
The Democratic Attorney General, Letitia James, says the Trumps misled